Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us and happy Saturday. We are so glad you're with us today. We have 3 hours of incredible jewelry. It is going to be quite the day we have ahead for you. So many exciting pieces. We've got some really serious clearance and discount items. We've been doing this for the last couple of days. I was with you on Wednesday and Thursday, and we started a segment called Museum Meltdowns, where we are taking some really serious reductions on pieces that are one last chance, one last time on the air. So we've got quite a few of those scattered throughout today's show. It's going to be really about those really unusual. It doesn't necessarily mean super expensive either. It just means really different, unusual custom pieces for you. We have so many of those really, really beautiful values where you're going to see things you've never seen before, and it's really exciting. And then there's also going to be some of our best Imperial topaz. We put our top 3 Imperials together in a wheel for you. 2 ladies rings, 1's gent style. They're all coming up at an incredible discount, and they're the big sizes. Then we've got other wheels of assorted earrings, also some of our bigger, better earrings for you, as well as some very unusual Tanzanite pieces that are here. Last call, we're getting to final call on all of our Tanzanites, of course. And then we've also got a big diaspore, and this has been something that's been nearly absent from our shows in recent months. We're going to give you a really incredible value on a specialty radiant cut. This is my favorite cut for the stone. If you've never seen a radiant cut, hang on, because it's going to be super special. And then, of course, we thought with the big trade show going on overseas right now, we thought there's no better time than to take these really exotic stones and mark them down. So we're going to be doing that for you today on the diaspore, also on a Congolese tourmaline that's a beautiful blue-green. It looks like a Paraiba. Also a yellow diamond. What would a show be here without a big yellow diamond? We've got our 101 that is here, classic mounting. So we're looking forward to that as well. And there's even some real exotic pieces, brooches with our best opal, gorgeous chameleon diamond. I've got a GIA certified. All of our chameleons are GIA certified, but the difference here, I've got a carat 21 GIA certified chameleon diamond. That's a VS2 as well. So that's going to be for the collectors as well. And then there's even really affordable. You can spend a couple of $100s today and get important pieces. We even have the paw earrings that match the itty bitty necklace that we brought to you a couple of days ago. So all of that and more. We're going to get started with a pendant. This is actually a blue sapphire piece that I think you'll really like. It's blue sapphire for this month's birthstone. We thought we'd start with a little September special here, and it's also going to be, yes, absolutely. This is going to be very, very special. You got the blue sapphires, 1123045, already getting some requests in here. So this is going to be a very, very special piece. And then it's going to be also, keep in mind, 1123045. It's actually an enhancer, so that's kind of cool. You've got a lot of flexibility. You can see there's a little figure 8 safety catch. When you open that up, the entirety of this back bail is going to flip up as well. You can see it's all filigree, but that's going to give you some more freedom to put it on different things like beads, maybe pearls, other things that you would not necessarily have to slide through the bail like we typically do. It's 128 in your baguette sapphires. That's going to be your triple row there. Of course, it's going to sit vertically on the neckline, so I'll show that to you in just a moment, but it's also going to be 8 points in the diamonds. They're channel set, and here we are. It's going to be very, very special, and we're going to get you a great value on this one. It started at $19.99 as a matter of fact. So this is pretty exciting. And then we're going to do a lot better than $9.99. It stays in the yellow gold. This one's all 14K. And of course, you've got this beautiful size. Let me get you a look at that before we get too much further here. And it is going to fit a lot of your larger chains. So if you have a diamonds by the yard, it's going to work with that. It's going to work also with some of your bigger rope chains and things like that, because it does have a great wider style to it. Almost that striped effect. You can see it's going to be about 3/4 of an inch, maybe a tad more on that length. And then I'll show it to you on the neckline as well, so you get an idea of how that's going to look from a distance away. If you like a little blue sapphire action, of course, what doesn't blue sapphire go with? It goes with absolutely everything. So that gives you an idea of the incredible size you're getting, and we're going to take it back up close and give you a great sapphire diamond combination in the yellow gold, and that's going to be all that mirror finishing. You can see it there without the glare, and those stacks and stacks of sapphires and diamonds. We've got it for better than $888, $777. This is another one of those that just going to be discounted like you've never seen before, and that's really the beauty of today's show. No matter if it's brand new or if it's been here a little while, we got all the biggest discounts for you, and this is not going to be $777 or $699. So good way to start the show, don't you think? And we're going to make it only $599. And again, there's quite a bit of gold here in that substantial, thicker design. Again, that's going to sit beautifully on the neckline. It's just to allow you to get a little more flexibility, flipping that bail up if you'd like to. So a really important style there. and we'll see who's got it. Don't think that's going to last very long. We only have, of course, just the one. And then also we've got some really cool rings coming up. These are stackables. I wouldn't be surprised here if one caller takes the next 3 rings. That's how affordable I'm going to make them, but also a beautiful variety here. So let me know, is it going to be, let's see if it's going to be Tim or is it going to be Jason who takes this one? We are waiting to find out. Let's see who's got it. That's a very, very important piece right there. And it's one of a kind, like so many pieces we bring to you, which is why we always invite you to dial in on the early side. Okay, so coming up, let's get to our rings. And who's got this one? Okay, it's still here at the moment. So you got a chance to pick that up if you'd like to. And then here we go. We're going to keep on moving because we got a lot to get to today in just 3 short hours that we have together. And there's a lot of brand new. So here we are with, I'm going to start with the rose gold. And then you're going to see this is that zigzag lightning style. Yes. I can. I have it right here. I bet you I know who that was. Yeah, okay, so let me flash that for you really quickly. So let me just pause those stones there, those diamond rings, and we'll show you real quick here. This is a pendant that I was a little bit struck at how affordable this is. And actually, we've got some other green Paraibas today. One in a saddle ring that you're gonna love. This is a Paraiba, so actual copper bearing material, 1125219 is the ab number on this one. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. And it is, oh gosh, that's a great stone. Cushion cut, neon, also those really pretty lime greens. It's got a little bit of a spot. Let me see if it's a little water spot. So let me polish that up before I put it on the hand here for you. And it's got some great size. I'm going to take it onto the hand next for you. So this is the 502 neon green. It sits like this. It's a very, it feels very modern and very fresh as far as the styling. And then here's what you have. From a distance away, it's going to be 1 1/8 or so. From top to bottom, stays in the yellow gold. Great designer piece here, that sweep of gold. And then you've got that diamond where it's going to be 8 points in diamonds. Actually, it's a couple of diamonds together there right at the base of the corner. And then you see how artfully this is done. The bail is really part of the design. Let's show it from the distance away here so you can see that from a little bit further away and see how clean and bright it is. And you can see the colors rippling through that amazing stone. All we're going to do right now is just give you one of the greatest prices we've seen on a Paraiba. And this one is, let's take a look at it close up here. That one's actually going to be, I can't believe it. It was $99.99. It's already come down. And it's just 2 big diamonds, so 4 pointers each there. That's actually going to be $39.99 to the very first call. And you can see that overlap. So if your chain's going through it, much like my tweezers are, it really looks like the gold kind of floats over your chain. And that one is sold. Congratulations and enjoy. And then, of course, let's get back to those zigzag rings that I was about to show you. I think our sapphire piece is still here, but I have one of each color of gold. So this is where they do stack. You might want to think about getting all 3 here because this is a really cool ring. Very of the moment, too. It's item number 1117417. Hi, Ariana. Thank you so much. You are so, so kind. Wow. That's really sweet. Thank you, and you're very welcome. It's all my pleasure. And this is a cool ring. This is going to be a very, very special zigzag ring that is stackable. You can get 1, you can get 2, you can get all 3 if you'd like, because this is one of those values that is super stunning. It's actually going to be 14 karat gold, whichever your choice is. There is only one of each, so that's it. That's all we have. As they go, they go. So operators, let me know. Be very vocal about the gold colors you like, because obviously when they're gone, they're gone. Nothing we can do about it beyond that. But it's actually 27 points in that zigzag. This was a $9.99 ring not too long ago. We are taking everything down in price for you to make sure it is really, really affordable. And that is what I would recommend, is to call in early, because this is the coolest ring that you could also wear anywhere on the hand. I'm actually going to put a couple on in different areas. I love this one as a thumb ring, pinky ring. Let me show you here. We've got the rose gold, but look at that white gold there, and it kind of looks like it keeps going around and round, but it's actually going to be a little more than halfway. And then look at that. I popped on the yellow gold as a thumb ring there. It sits super low profile, so it's easy to wear. And then you can stack them up if you want. As a matter of fact, here's the rose gold with the white gold. And if you want to separate them, I think that's really cool. If you want to let those points kind of touch there at the point right they are. Let me see if you like that look. Or you can just, of course, put them right up together and stack away. So this is a lot of versatility, this ring. Like I said, I'd recommend getting all 3. Maybe not at $9.99, but if they're $499, that's a lot better. Am I right? but we're actually taking them lower than that. So you've already got your half off, an incredible value. Look at that as the thumb ring. Super cool thumb ring. I'd love to see it as a pinky ring as well. Let me actually do that for you. This not being the size I wear, but there you get an idea of how great that looks. And you could obviously stack away, stack all three if you want to. There's my white, there's my rose, there's my yellow. Let's go back up close and make it even better than $499. Just a great way to get, and you can see they go more than halfway around. The diamonds go really almost 3/4 of the way around the ring, and yet we're going to make this crazy affordable. It's $399 per diamond ring there, and that is very special. Tim, I know you had a question? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and happy trails on this Saturday. Gosh, it's so nice of you to shop today, and I tell you right now that that is one gorgeous, gorgeous value on that Paraiba piece, so well done there. And then we'll see if anybody would like white, yellow, rose. Remember, just one of each, so operators, let me know which one is your favorite, and we will help you out. But I don't anticipate those sticking around very long because $399 for a gold band would be pretty special. To be able to get a gold and diamond band for $399 is even better. So that's really important. And yes, Andy. Oh, good. Did Peggy? Oh, good. I had her call you. So thank you so much. Thank you, Peggy. Thanks for shopping today. I appreciate that. So we have our blue sapphire pendant here if you'd like it. So keep that in mind. And then here we go with a very special diamond zigzag lightning bolt band. And again, 30 seconds on those. Then we'll see who's got them. White, yellow, rose, just one of each. And that's it. And I would really seriously think about getting all three because they stack so beautifully and you can have a lot of fun. And we're going to size them for whatever you need. So remember, if you do want, I know they don't stack very well here. I'm trying to show you each one very, very well, but look at how beautiful those are. I mean, that's really, it's a great way to also, something about the zigzag I think really shows off if you are stacking them together. You see the tricolor of the pieces that you have, so I think that's special as well, but only going to be one of each, and that's a great value for a diamond ring that's a little more, let's say, probably not the one you have already, right? There's a lot of people who have diamond bands of all different sorts, but very unusual to get something like that little zigzag. Now, I don't know if you guys, well, we all saw that Paraiba in the pendant. Look at this. This is a great match, but in a ring. So that's the mid-size saddle ring. That's coming up shortly because I cannot get over the value on that ring. So Paraiba in that bright, bright spearminty green blue, that's coming up as well. And that's a new one today. So one white, one yellow, one rose. Are we leaving them here? All right, we're leaving them here. That's okay. We're all right. But that's going to be where, again, there's a lot of pieces that we're going to be melting down and seeing out the door. They're kind of getting like a last hurrah here on the air. And remember, if you have any requests on this Saturday, Saturdays are made for shopping. So if you have any requests at all, you let me know what those are. That's why that phone number is there for you. You just holler at us. Tell us what you'd like to see. We'll help you out. We'll hook you up and we'll get you some great values, much like you're seeing here. Although I don't know if we can do anything else for $399 today. That's a very, very cool opportunity and a great way to get some serious jewelry. So final look, again, I would take all three. I mean, think about that. You've got, for under $1,200, you're getting three separate rings. You can obviously get, maybe you have two favorites in gold color, the classic yellow and white perhaps. I love a white and rose gold combination when they're together. So this is a perfect moment to take advantage of really something special in a diamond band. Then I think we should get to that Paraiba. I know it's early, but that is one of our superstars of the day and another great one of a kind. So lots and lots here, but $399. And did anybody pick up the sapphire pendant yet? The enhancer? No, sapphire diamonds, $599. Did you see it? Did you miss it? Did you get a look at that? Because I think that one is still available. It just stays in the yellow gold. And just a reminder, that was how we started the show right here. We're not leaving anything here today, that's for sure, not with these values. So that's our pendant, which is this month's birthstone, keep in mind, in the classic color. And then our bands are here. All right, so let's keep moving. And we also have a heart-shaped pendant in Tanzanite. You know what got a big reduction in the museum meltdowns? Do you remember this designer piece that we have? This designer, I call it the hourglass. If you wear it north to south, but of course this is the beauty, you can wear it any way you want. There's bails all the way really throughout the side, so that's got a huge museum markdown. Those are two of those fancy cut tanzanites that are put together point to point there with the diamonds really wrapping through the middle, so I love that piece. That's got a huge reduction in price, so very excited about 12 carats in tanzanite going as low as they will. And then let me know, now we've got a really cool, I'm going to get to the Paraiba now because this ring is going to absolutely send you in. If you kind of love the stone that was in the pendant a few moments ago, here's a way to get that similar look, but in a ring. And if you love our saddle ring, this is actually a slightly smaller scale than the OG saddle ring that we have here for you. But this is going to be, let's see, 1125755, and it is a looker of a stone. This is a very clean Paraiba, and it's a good size. It's a 141 in its size here. So you're going to get that center stone, but then diamonds keep on going around and around. But there's a texture to those diamonds. There's a texture to the gold, but it's 93 points in diamond pave that are set at different levels and different angles. So you're still getting, there's a lot to appreciate and a lot to enjoy here with this one because you're getting the 93 points in diamonds. But notice it's not just simply pave on that same level or that same plane. Instead, there's little bits of kind of elevation, and then there's a little bit of recession. So where that is you see there's a little bit of a texture to it, and then the very outside border, if you will, is all going to be elevated as well. And so then you see that beautiful way that they wrap. It almost creates like an infinity style or a figure eight around your stone. And then you've got this super clean copper bearing gem. That is the essence of neon, really the definition of neon, to the point where even if I shadow the light here, it's still as bright as can be. Yes. The sapphire pendant? But thank you so much. Allison, who was it? Who got it? Who? Hi, Wanda. Thank you so much. So Wanda, Angie, and Peggy, thank you so much for shopping so far today. And then here we go with our one and only. Do you think this is going to last very long? I mean, I thought $69.99 was good. Let me try it on because this has got that great finishing on the inside that's going to keep this one so comfortable. It is impeccably made. It really is. This is one of those wider rings, but it's amazing how we always take into great consideration how every piece, there is absolutely no point in making a piece of jewelry, no matter how good looking it is, if it's not going to be comfortable on the hand or comfortable to wear. That's what we're doing right now. Look at how bright and glowy that is. It's not going to be $69.99. Promise you that. We're going to get, and those zigzag rings are still here, but that's all that's here from the show. Everything else we've shown has gone out the door. So remember how important it is to, yes, dial early, because that's the name of the game around here. Things do not stick around. Things do not last. We have a limited quantity on everything. Most everything I show you is a one only, like this one, but this one is brand new. So we're talking about something extremely high end here. Let's take another look at it and come on over, because it's, again, go time when it comes to great jewelry shopping here on a Saturday afternoon, morning, depending on where you may be. Welcome in. This is not $69.99. I will blow your mind with this one, truly. And if you want yellow gold or rose gold instead, be our guest. We can do that for you with no extra charge, and it's not going to be, you know what, I'm just thinking half off is $3,500. How good is that for a nearly carat and a half stone? How impressive would $3,500 be? Well, we're going to take it lower than that. You're not even spending $29.99. And think about it. I do, just for the record, I have a 2-carat Paraiba here that's still $40,000. This is a carat 41 Paraiba that's clearly not $40,000. It's not even $3,000, and we are ready to get it home. So this may already be gone. Just say sold when you can, because I'm going to save you as much as possible no matter when you decide to say sold. But instead of 29 or 28 or 27, we're going even lower. I thought $27.77 would be great. We're going to go even lower than that just to make sure that it goes. It's got to. And we're going to send this out for $2,699. It's one of my favorite rings of the day. When you want substantial gold, you want great diamond weight from side to side, you got it all going on in that ring, not to mention that that stone is so bright. You really do have a choice of looking, you know, the stone's going to look amazing no matter if you do choose the white, the yellow, or the rose. So it's really up to you there, but love that look with that stone when you're getting, and we could even come a little bit closer because obviously that's where tourmalines struggle, especially the copper bearing stones. Even the regular tourmalines are all going to struggle mightily when it comes to clarity. Check this out. We're talking about a copper bearing, and actually the greens, you know by now, have more of that copper content, so that's where they should really struggle with clarity even more so. And yet here it is, $26.99. Huge value, one only. Let's see who's going to take it. $26.99. Okay, so that's a really significant piece. And then we've got the heart-shaped tansy as well. That is such a winning deal. I love that color. There's just nothing quite like Paraiba, right? When you get those bright neons, it is the difference maker. It's one thing to get color. It's one thing to get clarity. We try to bring that in every gem. But when you get the pop of neon like that has, that's a good one. And you know what else got a reduction in price is this heart shape with the heart shapes. This is, I don't know if you remember this, the heart-shaped tansy with 2 heart-shaped diamonds making up your bail. I have the most beautiful, significant, I feel like this looks like an angelic piece. I feel like it does. It kind of is. It's a little bit, it's interesting. It's kind of open for interpretation. Every time I look at this, I see something different. Sometimes I see a floral. Sometimes I see an angel. Sometimes I almost almost like a cross or sometimes the letter T. It just really is special the way this is done, and yet you're going to see it up close. But this is a large scale. It's a beautiful platinum piece. It's 1124868, and the Paraiba still here if you'd like it. That's a beautiful stone. I was looking down on it. It looks completely blue from a distance away, but I just wanted to show you here. This is going to be that great size you're getting. It's all platinum. The chain is attached, so this is the full necklace that is adjustable. So you've got 18 inches maximum, but that bead that you see on the left of the clasp there, that's actually where you're going to slide. You already see that it's already about a ½ inch cinched. So what that means is if you do decide to go a little shorter, you're going to have that drape of that chain and that little mirror finish charm that's going to go right draping down the back of the neckline. How pretty is that? And then you've got this great design, which I'll show you up close, but I want you to see it first from the neckline perspective after I measure it. I know it says at the 1 3/4. I always like to, put up the ruler and just verify that for you, and so you can see what that's all about here from top to bottom. It is, I would say, actually, this is why we measure. It's 1.5 inches, I would say, from the very bottom point to the very top there. You can see that's the 1.5 inch mark. So let's take a look at it on the neckline. That'll give you a better idea of what it's all about. You can see it there and how substantial that is. But we're going to take it super, super, super low for you. And again, that Paraiba, don't forget about that. $26.99 on the Paraiba in the saddle. Here we go with the really important, almost like, again, angel. Is it a floral? Is it a cross? Is it a letter T? It's just so designer, and yet platinum with 36 points in diamonds. Let's take a look at the up close to see how those diamonds are all set, because there's actually a little bit of extra texture to these gold, to the gold that you see at the underside there. All the diamonds, well, along the sides there, it's almost really large individual stones that you have. There you can see that crossover. There's a little bit of a almost bark texture to the one angle there, and then you've got the bigger diamonds that sit atop, and then there's that little pave on that top fold over design. So it's a great piece. It's super affordable. How about this? And it's heavy. I wish I had a gram weight on it. It's really heavy, and yet solid platinum. Here's your inside. Look at that style. Chain attached, diamond cutting on that Rolo link. And what if we told you that this $4,499 original piece right here on this show, it's only been on the air once, and yet it's coming so much lower right now. And this is why you take advantage of it right away, because it's not $4,000, it's not $3,000, it's not $2,000, and it's not even $1,000. It's $999. To get a gigantic necklace that's going to bring you diamonds and tons of that platinum we love, and yet a $999 opportunity to get it. Are you kidding? It's the one to own. So let me know if you'd like it. We'll give that 30 seconds as well, and then we got to move along because there's just so much to get to. And then that heart-shaped pendant. I am so excited about some of our best blue wing values as we're getting down to the final days of bringing you blue wing block D, the museum reserve stones that we love so much. They're going to be coming up. We've got a couple of the bigger, but we've also got a really affordable option that's going to be 5 carats today. It's going to be one of our best per carat values, so get ready for that. And then yes, the heart shape coming up in a little bit. Let me know if you like this one. That can't stay here for $9.99 when it's solid platinum, and we're looking forward to helping you with that one. Have you guys seen our pink sapphires? Are few and far between. We've got a monster 273 hot pink sapphire today. If you've waited, if you've asked for one for a long time, you know the answer is usually, I'm sorry, we don't have any right now. Wait till you see what we brought out today. And then don't forget, Imperial topaz are going to come down as well. Thank you so much. We've got Vicky's request coming up. It's a beautiful necklace. So while we're on necklaces and that platinum piece is still here, let's take a look at this for Vicky, and I'll start with it up close. This is going to be 1122820. It's just taking me a minute to get it all sorted out of the bag. Get the chain all proper for you. There it is. This is our round blue zircon. Great choice, Vicky, on this one. That's a blue zircon 413, and that's going to be the round that we love, set in this great design that feels like a square cushion, but set at an angle. And then you do have, as you can see, I stretched it out so you can see that about 1 inch away from the center, you've got another diamond that's bezel set on either side. One there, beautifully done. And then, of course, we're going to give you adjustability with your chain. So there's a lobster claw, 16, 17, and 18 inches in length. We'll take it to the hand here so you can see the size on that one. Of course, that Paraiba is still here if you'd like it, but this is our blue zircon necklace, and boy, is that a bright turquoisey blue. Obviously, these stones mined out completely. Beautiful diamond design with the 64 points. Let me just go ahead and measure the station style in the center so you can get an idea of what that's all about. Here it is. That's going to be about, I would say, about 5/8 of an inch, which is just under, really just under 3/4 of an inch. So that's a good one, and then we'll show it to you on the neckline. Now, I do have good news, Vicki. If you don't absolutely love it in white, when we do traditionally see our blue zircons in the white gold, but if you would like a different color of gold, we can do yellow and we can do rose. So if you would like to have this switched out for you, you can do that absolutely. But that is a bright, think about it. There's a reason it's called starlight blue. There's a reason it's called presentation grade. And of course, 16 would sit right about here, 17 right about here, and 18 right about there. So we'll go back up close and we'll take another look at this incredible stone and get the price down from $3,499. We're certainly going lower than that for you. And it is going to be one only. And again, all the adjustability. I happen to personally really love these pops of blues and these electric blues in the white gold. But again, totally up to you. And we're taking $2,000 off the price to make it $1,499 instead. So you're saving $500 more than you're actually paying. But like any blue zircon that we have, it's a one of a kind and it's last call. So that's for our requester. But again, first caller who takes it or says yes is going to get it and own it. And I think be very excited that you did, because it's an incredible piece. So $1,499 only on that one. We'll move right along. Don't forget our platinum necklace is still here. Our little kind of zigzag diamond bands for $399, also still here. And there's that blue zircon that we love so much. So $14.99, we'll give it a move on, and then we're going to get you that really special hot pink sapphire. I do have a nice blowout. One of our museum meltdown prices is actually for a Winza. We found yet another. There's a very large Winza. It looks like this one was being saved for a museum. So hence the museum meltdown price that's coming your way, because we figured we'd give you a shot first. And this is a very special cut of the unheated Winza. There's an actual yellow element, but then there's a little bit of blues and greens that comes through as well. We'll come back to our normal depth here, show you that elongated radiant cut that we have here in that rare is going to be yellow, golden color. But instead of being a really split color, this Winza is more unique. It's almost as if the blues bounce off the faceting as it moves. So instead of seeing a real split or a distinctive pattern of two colors, it's more like you have different colors blended together in a way. So item number is 1120-348. It's one of our incredible Winza stones that we love, but this is the big one. This is the 2 carat 57 that we're bringing you now. So that's a serious size to get in the Winza Sapphire, which of course are all natural unheated as well. And this one would be 99 points in diamonds. Double halo around it. That would also be the diamonds that continue down the sides. If you are aware of the last couple of weeks, we've had a really incredible opportunity in our Winzas. We've been bringing out everything we have left and really blowing them out for you. That's what's happening here yet again today on this one. So if you like a Winza Sapphire, maybe you're collecting the different colors or collecting the different sizes or shapes. That's the thing. We usually see emerald cuts. Similar but different. I do want to make sure you know this is the radiant cut that we love so much. So take a look at it. I think you're going to really enjoy the way this one is priced, especially if you know where it started at $79.99. Let me try it on for you. We still got some great pieces. Our necklaces are here. The blue zircon, the fabulous platinum in the diamonds with the almost angel look. And then there you have, look how pretty that is. See how it's blues, like in the corner you see it, bouncing off the radiant scissor facets. You see it as well. Can we make this more affordable? Absolutely. It's a museum meltdown piece. One last time. Collector's stone. Ultimate natural material. This bag, you can barely make out how much carat weight is here because it's so covered in price reductions every which way you look. It went from $79 to $59.99. That was already a big jump. Then it went to $49. Then it went to $39. Then it went to $29.99. Now for a 257 any sapphire, that would be incredible. This is over 2.5 carat. Sapphires rarely come in big sizes. That's just a fact. And some of the most expensive pieces we have are big sapphires. You know, we have a 4 carat blue sapphire that's a cornflower heart shape. And a lot of people ask about it and they go, oh, that sounds interesting. I'll take a look, and it'll be a, you know, maybe a really nice affordable piece. When we have a 4 carat blue, like I know we have a really, really rare cornflower blue heart shape. When that sapphire's here, that's about $50,000 for a 4 carat blue sapphire. So they really jump. When you get into these bigger extreme sizes, they really jump up in price tag. And yet this one, super easy. It's not even $29.99, and you're getting a major stone. And yet the specialty nature of the fact that it's a Winza from one source that's giving you all that natural color, but colors really that are blended here together. And it's not even going to be $29.99. Super rare stone. Of course, this is the only place. It's a mine in Tanzania that is the only place that has produced these types of zone sapphires with more than one color. And we're going to make it $1,999 instead to get that one at home. And let us know what requests you have so we can bring those out. We'd love to do that throughout the day. I hope that you'll get them in early. We've got a great little mini wheel coming up for you. Some very some pieces that start at a little high end and then they're going to come down for you. Plus, don't forget I mentioned that we have this radiant cut diaspore that is so incredible. Our radiant cut diaspore is really it's our big top of the hour. It's only in 30 minutes from now, and I'm going to flash it for you so you can see, because it kind of reminds me of this one, but look at that. Instead of being more golden, it's like a mix of champagne, golden, and greens. But then there's already, if you see it, a little purpley mauve tone. That's because it's reflecting what color it will change to, and that's one's going to change to that pinky purple mauve tone. That's the color change diaspore. That's one of the hottest stones out there right now, so super rare. All right, let me know on the Winza, and then here we go. You guys want this Tanzanite pendant? I know we do. This designer piece that is just so one of a kind, because the stones are virtually, they're irreplaceable. You could not imagine, I don't think, ever matching up two more perfect stones. And we had so many great drop earrings in blue wings lately that are larger, and this one probably is not going to sit on its own. It's a little top heavy here when you've got those stones there. But look at how beautifully this is done. It's designed to sit on your neckline, not on a wheel moving left to right. But it's one of our big reductions in price, because obviously we would much rather see it go out to one of you and your collections and be worn and cherished and enjoyed rather than sit here in a vault. So this is going to be 1125694. It is a pendant. Now let me show you this, because this is where you can have a different way to wear it every day, because there's going to be bails really around the entirety of the piece. So whether you want to wear it east to west like I'm showing it, or if you want to wear it north to south, you can. And then you see half of the piece is mirror finished gold. The other half is in diamonds, and yet we started with 18 karat gold, and then we went with these two fancy cuts that are almost like a shield cut. Think of it like it's such a combination of multiple cuts together, but it's 35 points in diamonds. They're going to wrap around the top and bottom of each stone to frame it, and then they're going to basically go right through the middle. And then let me show it to you on the hand so you can see how this looks. And this is just one way to wear it. Again, this is one idea. It gives you an idea of that perspective from this angle. I think it reminds me of an hourglass shape, which I think is very feminine, but also you have the option to flip it. So if you want the diamonds just kind of on the other side, you can do it like this, because again, same kind of opportunity there. There's a bail on that side as well. Or you can wear it more like, I feel like when it's east to west, it looks more like a bow tie or like an infinity symbol in a way. So you can wear it like that, because you've still got those bails on either outside edge. Well, rather, you'd have to go through on this one. That's designed as essentially the bottom of the piece, but you could have to, you put your chain right through here. So it's an option. It's really meant to go north to south. So keep that in mind. You got to really, again, enjoy it for what it is. And again, the multiple ways to wear it is always nice. So that's what it looks like up close. And then we'll show you, which of course, I actually didn't give you the length. So let me do that really quickly. I know it says 1 inch and 3/8. Let's double check that for you as well. And then here's again how it looks from top to bottom. You probably remember this being $99.99. Should be when you've got almost 12 carats of Tanzanite. There you can see that it is going to be 1 inch and 3/8. Yes, indeed. We'll show it on the neckline as well, in case you're curious. What does it look like from a distance away, whether you wear it a little lower or higher? But look at that, outstanding. This is a little lower light, so it's automatically showing you now a more dramatic color with your Tanzanites, just because you're in, I'm in a little lower light when I'm showing it to you, so it's even really more spectacular. We can go back on over to our wheel, show you like that, get you a better price than $99.99. Remember, each stone is almost 6 carats. All 18 karat white gold around is going to stay in the white gold, and there is a brand new reduction in price. This is one of those museum pieces that we're going to melt down if it doesn't go today, because obviously we could put those 2 stones in earrings. We could make 2 different pendants. We could make 2 different rings. So this is where, again, we kind of try these new designs, and sometimes the designs, if they're not working for somebody out there, one of our TVON family members, then we will rework it, right? And we will still use those stones and utilize them in some other design that you do love. But if you are loving the pendant and having the 2 together and matched up the way they are, well, that's what's part of what makes it so rare. So instead of 99, we're taking it down past 88.88 or 77.77, and this is where you've got a great chance to pick up a superstar. No doubt one of our best designer pieces. When you talk about just uniqueness, it starts with the stones, it starts with the fancy cuts. We're going to blow it out. It's not even $6,999. We're taking it extra, extra, extra low, and it's not even going to be $6,000 or $5,000. We're making it $49.99, which I think we're all doing the mental calculation now, figuring if I've got 12 carats of Tanzanite and the piece is $49.99, something's off there as far as per carat, because that's only about $400 a carat. without the gold and the diamonds and the labor that goes into it. So $49.99 on that one. Just wanted to bring that out so that you could get that new reduced price if you've been thinking about it or loving the way it looks just now, seeing it for the first time. And then we can go more traditional with our one heart-shaped stone that is coming up. But that one's going to be a little more money because that one's going to be a $15.75 individual stone. So it's kind of nice to have this one where, again, you get the big carat weight, but it's broken up over that length of the piece that we love. Now let's get to this. We've got our paw earrings that are here. I had the necklace the other day, and this is very exciting to bring to you because we don't get to see these very often. And we decided, since naturally we had the necklace here, a lot of you were prompted to ask for the earrings because the necklace was such a hit. Now this is going to be the earring which gives you actually two sets of the paws, obviously two individual paws here. That's going to be a stud earring with a centered post, so it's going to be a beautiful style to also give. Now I know they're picking up some glare here, so make sure you wait until you see them on and when I pick them up, and you'll see every detail, but it's 1111879. So these go way back as far as when they started, when they first arrived here. We haven't seen them in some time. Again, it's tough in today's gold environment to make jewelry like this. Even the simple studs, really affordable. When we're talking about, again, this is why so many people are doing sterling silver nowadays, because gold is virtually impossible to make affordable in any way, shape, or form, even in a simple stud, even in a simple chain. That's why, again, you see everybody's kind of more or less jumped ship on the gold and they've gone to sterling silvers or plated metals. And we are staying true to, again, quality through and through should be gold or platinum, and that's where we're staying. So that's really exciting if you are somebody who still really wants that quality, you expect that quality, you want that quality. These are mirror finished gold for the paws. And then you've got the diamonds up top. It's going to be $18.79. This is 2 points in diamonds there. Again, they're meant to be accent stones here, but they're still fully faceted. And that's what's really impressive. These are never diamond chips. We're not going to do those, you know, diamond chips or a lower quality. It's all about having that VS quality we love. But this is considered, now we call it the itty bitty because in the necklace it is. I think that when we're talking about a stud, though, it's not really an itty bitty stud. It's a big stud, actually, because we're talking about the scale. It's the same as what's in the necklace, but you see them here. This is still a large earring when you consider, and this is what I love about mirror finished gold. Sometimes you don't need to wear 3 carats, 4 carats in diamonds to have a beautiful shine or to have a really elite piece. But you can see, I know that they pick up some glare here. It's just our camera angle, but you can see they're all mirror finished, whether you want to choose the white, the yellow, or the rose. But this is not an itty bitty style when it comes to an earring on your lobe, because they're actually going to measure about, they're about 1/4 of an inch from top to bottom, a little bit more. I think it's going to be better to even see them on, and we're seeing right now when, you know, whether it's a single piercing or whether it's multiple piercings together, we're seeing this major trend towards telling a story. It's kind of, it's been dubbed the earscape that you create on your own, whether you are stacking or whether it's one. And sometimes we like a little bit of an earring with a personality, and I think that's where this is. Maybe you're not a necklace person, maybe you're looking to tell that story as you stack your earrings up the ear as well, but that's where you see right there, it's got that great size and all that mirror finishing for you, so it really does stand out and show up. You can really clearly see it's that little paw design, so it's that great for animal lovers, great for our pet owners, great for anybody who wants to really show their love for their pet all the time, right? We always do when we're with them, but we can't always be with them, and so our jewelry can tell that story. Let's take a look. I love these for also younger or older. It really does not matter. There's no age, and if you're looking to just add, whimsical jewelry is a thing right now, but if you're looking to add a little bit of that at an affordable price point, here's the way you do it, and also a great gift idea. And the same way we talked about the necklace, it would be so extraordinary to get these as a gift, and they're supposed to be $888, but we're not going to do that. That's where gold's elevated, so we're seeing different prices today on a lot of gold pieces than we used to way back when. So if you don't mind, we're going to make this really simple, and we're going to give you a chance to pick them up for a lot less than really anything else that is here today. And that's exciting. So you can get, whether it's gifting, whether you need multiple sets, whether you want to get a couple of pairs because you want to stack them up. That is adorable, by the way. I've done that before. I only have the one pair here in studio, but I've done that before where I stack them up the ear. I played with the mixed metals in different gold colors, so they kind of, you can turn them different ways. So they've got, you know how you see all the symbolism of paw prints, usually they are kind of staggered and going up. And that's really what you could do if you have multiple piercings. You could get creative there. So you may even just want to get more than one pair, even if it's just for you. But that's where we got to make them affordable, because if we're going to advocate thinking about getting gifts or more than one pair, you probably need a better value than $888 or $777. So we'll do that right now, and we're not going to make them $699 or $599. Holidays are coming, whether we like it or not. We know how this time of year tends to go rapidly, it seems. So here we are looking at a $499 earring that's still going lower. just to make sure you have a wonderful chance to pick them up. And I'm not kidding. This is white, yellow, rose gold. This is one of our better values in studs. They're going to come with a center post and a butterfly backing. You can see there's that post, and also they're finished on the inside. So this is great, where even though they're affordable, they're still made the right way. We're all about that. I was mentioning with the necklace the other day too, there is enough room there for engraving. So if you have a local jeweler that does engraving, there's a lot of those shops out there that are local. It's easy to find. You can always pretty affordably typically have those engraved if you want to as well. So if you want to have an initial, I love the idea there's two, so you could do two initials, right? It could be the same, it could be different, it could be a first and a last name, it could be, maybe it's a, does everyone's pets have a middle name? I know all my pets have always had middle names. I give them middle names as well. So again, make it proper. You can do whatever you like there, but this is a lot of fun to do. And you know what? Just so that we can send them out, they're not even $399. We're busy already. It's what happens when you have fine jewelry that's affordably priced like we do here, but instead it's not going to be $399. It's white, yellow, rose. Think about getting a couple pairs, because I don't know. I think it's unlikely we see these between now and the end of the year, which means now in holidays, now in Christmas, now in Hanukkah, now in New Year's, whatever occasions are coming up. Gifting is really year-round for a lot of us, right? When we like to celebrate those we love, from milestones to birthdays to anniversaries to everything else. In this case, it might be a celebration of new pet parents, right? You know, pets that we want to remember and memorialize. That's the way you can do it, and it's not even $399 per pair. We'll make them $299 instead. So it makes it very affordable and a great way to get you something special with $299 only. And let me know if you're thinking about a pair yourself. So we'll give them 60 seconds, and then we still got a lot of pieces here from the first hour. So if you have any questions about our Winza, our Tanzanite pendant, Vicky and the blue zircon necklace, let me know what you think. The platinum necklace with diamonds, even my green Paraiba. That is shocking that has made it here so far. So Big Saturday has begun, but we only have a little more than 2 hours left. So it's a good time to let us know also what you'd like to see. You're here. Let's make the most of our shopping time together on this Saturday weekend and really get you a very, very important value, whatever it is. And if you like earrings, great way to go. Again, forgive the fact they've got a little glare here, but you can see all the mirror finishing there. That is just, again, specialty mirror finishing, diamonds up top. Love the thickness of the gold. This is not some little, you know, trinket. This is still, like I said, we make everything the right way. You see the size, the length of the post. You're not going to struggle even if you've got a little bit thicker lobe. Some people do. They like a little longer post just to make sure that they're going to fit. Well, you've got the comfort there. You've got the butterfly backing, and let us know if you like one. $299 is our most affordable item of the day. And yet, I do want to remind you, if you're looking for affordable, we had those zigzag rings for $399 only. So I'd really think about getting those if you like gold and diamonds in that zigzag style. And then here we go with $299. All right, so keep calling on those. New gold quartz is here as well. We got a mighty, mighty fine gold quartz. We've got a huge, you know, one of those Marilani mints that change color. We got those as well. Plus our big Imperial topaz wheel is here. And then this is the chameleon diamond piece I was mentioning. VS chameleon, look at that. It's a green diamond first. Green diamonds are pretty rare on their own. It's a carat 21 green diamond, but it happens to change color, which is why we call it chameleon. So you still get a green diamond, but do you realize you get an orangey yellow diamond as well in the same stone? That's the beauty of the chameleons, and every single one of them we have, they are certified by GIA. So you've got a great chance to pick one of those up. Shall we get to our big pink sapphire? Take a look. This is not for everybody. It's gigantic. It's almost 3 carats, and look at the saturation of color in that pinky purple. It was just the other day. I had a gents ring on Thursday night with the same colored stone. That is a ladies piece there. All right, so coming up, we have the top of the hour in our diaspore coming up in a moment. I want to get to this last little trio that I have for you of superstar pieces, and Garnet and Aqua coming up. 2 different rare types of garnet on the way. Call us on the earrings. Those are just really, again, beautiful studs. And again, for all the pet parents out there, it's a wonderful way to go. Here's our Malaya. This is a garnet too. It kind of looks like that pink sapphire, but it won't be tens of thousands of dollars. That's a garnet. That's a garnet. That's my Sapphire in the yellow gold. And then wait for it. We've got the aquamarine, which actually I may just go ahead and flank. This aquamarine with the 2 garnets of the rare colors. And here is the makings of a little mini museum trio that is going to be so affordable. 1 of each. That is the key. 1 of each. You can't be the second caller and expect to get one of these big values coming up. It's going to be all one of a kinds. That I also have good news here on gold, because you see we've got some white and yellow represented up there. They are all going to be available for you to change. So if you want to do this one in the yellow or this one in the white, or maybe you want to do that aqua in a yellow gold, you can. They are obviously expertly crafted and thought about. So we kind of like, again, these are designer picks here as far as gold combinations. So if you're not sure where to go, I think you always fall back on what the designer chose. But it's really, really nice to be able to get what are two of the more distinctive and rare garnets out there. Yet an aquamarine that is going to be, again, these have all been on the air before. You're probably familiar if you're a viewer of the show. You've probably seen them before. You probably noticed them before. You've probably seen them presented before. Now they come down to a much lower price for you so that they can go as quickly as possible. That's what we're doing. We're moving great jewelry here today, whether our jewelers and team and merchandisers and everybody else likes it or not. The job is to move the pieces. So a lot of that really hinges upon how low can we go on pricing? How much can we make a discount for you available? Well, that's where you're going to be very proud to be shopping today to get discounts like what we have coming up, where you're not spending, and I know they've been $28, $88 and more across the board. This is our 89-point Sapphire Oval. That's going to have 52 points in diamonds. That's the classic ballerina setting. Then we go to the aqua. That's our 213 Sierra Santa Maria. Best aqua out there with the diamonds burnished on the sides. Then we go to our Malaya Garnet. Such a rare garnet. Usually they're brown. I personally don't think they're all that cute when they're in the brown colors. I'm not a big fan of brown gems. I just don't think that sometimes they're really necessarily giving us a lot of, a lot to look at, right? There's typically one type of brown stone. It's usually that smoky quartz we see. And then, of course, champagne diamonds, which is a more elite way to get a stone like that, because you get a lot of sparkle with a diamond, or at least you theoretically should if it's a good quality. There are very few stones, and I mention this because the Malayas that you've seen probably in the past have been more of a kind of a mocha caramel color. And they can be interesting because sometimes they have shades of pink as a secondary hue. This is where the Malaya is so rich and so rare. The entire stone is really this unbelievable kind of pinky raspberry. It means it's got the pinks and the purples together, which is super, super rare for this Malaya. So all you have to do is dial. We have one of each. Nobody's on the phone lines yet, so feel free to come on in because you got a really good chance at them. And you're changing the gold and you're getting your size, and we're doing all that extra for you. But it's a major value when they're not $28.88. Actually, I'm sorry. The Malaya started at $39.99. The Santa Maria or Santa Maria is $29.99. And then my lowest up there was the Savarite. I just went with the lowest common denominator. That was $28.88. It does not matter one bit right now where they started. They're all coming down to one crazy low. And I mean, I'm ready to get them out the door. We have to. Everything has got to go today. Everything. And we're showing you a lot of big values, and some of the pieces are still here for you to call, and that's typical for our first hour, but doesn't mean you don't call. It means you call because everybody will. Once everyone tunes in and kind of catches up with what they've missed, a lot of pieces start to go. We don't want you to miss out on what we have here. This is your chance. Pick up that gorgeous Malaya. That's top quality Malaya garnet in the pear shape. Love that it's got a wider band, and of course the diamonds. Then we go to the really, really beautiful Sierra Santa Maria. That is a cushion cut square. Very rare to see those cushion cut squares. That's a beauty. Then you've got the Savarite, clean, bright, open color on that Savarite. Don't see a lot of those that are going to give you color like that. Usually they are darker and therefore not as high quality when they give you a darker color green. Anyone you want, $2,000 they're not, $1,500 they're not, $14.99 is pretty special. But I got the deals. I've got the values. We're making even the exotics like these three. Best aqua in the world. Love those diamonds that are set, burnished into the band. And a lot of gold in that band too. You're going to get a nice presence, a nice weight. Anything you want. Not even $14, $13, $12, $11.99. You know they've been more. You've seen them on the air. Time to let every single one of them go. Welcome into Saturday. 12 minutes left in the hour, 2 hours left in the day. What are we going to do? It's all about blowouts. Every single piece today. This is where you give yourself permission to shop, permission to save, permission to get what you love, because nothing is going to be even $10.99 on this wheel. That is so incredible already, and we're going under $1,000 to make sure all three can go, and in a hurry. Are you ready for this? $9.99 for any one of them you want. There are 60 seconds left with that wheel, because when they're gone, they're gone. They're not staying here. No way do they stay here today. So $9.99 makes it easy for you to get what you love. And let me see, which one do we want to try on first? What one are we thinking about here? Yes? Oh, good. The blue zircon? Thank you. Who was that, by the way? Vicky or Nikki? Oh, Oh, okay. I might have had, was that our requester, Jess? Because I had a request for Vicky, and I hope I didn't say her name wrong, because maybe, I don't know, or maybe somebody else got it. Well, thank you. Either way, the blue zircon necklace is gone. How can we help you on this wheel? Because they're all one of a kind and they got to go. Diamond weights are as follows. You get the 52 points on the Sapphire. The diamond weight on the aqua is 16 points. And then which one do you like? Malaya. That's what Victor's going to take. That's going to be 38 points in diamonds. Victor, I'll try that on the hand if they're curious what that looks like. And that, remember, white, yellow, or rose gold. There's our Malaya. 1123,894 is the carat 71 Malaya garnet in that beautiful pinky purple hue. Yes. Aqua's gone. Let me try that on. 112-4607. Great piece. Wide band. Look at that. The aqua's already spoken for. The Sapphire is all that we have left. Thank you on the aquamarine. 213 with 16 points in diamonds. Then we go to 112-5257, which is right here. Take a look at the close-up of that individual Sapphire. Like I said, this is that brighter green, that more open color, that not as dark green where it looks almost like colorless because there's too much color. Instead, you get that beautiful, vibrant, almost like a real true like color of nature here, right? That beautiful open grass green that's really bright. So that's our last one left. It's an 89-point Sapphire with 52 points in the diamonds, classic setting style, and that one will be $9.99. All right, let us know what we can help you with. The paw earrings are still, by the way, very popular. They're popular. Certainly those studs with the paw design, very, very always exciting to see. And then last one here, Sapphire, $9.99. Do you realize how rare Sapphire is? I've always, I feel like it's one of the tougher. I feel like Sapphire and Mahenge Spinel are the toughest stones to sell because, well, we don't see them a whole lot. So when you don't see them a lot, it's hard to gauge what are they supposed to be, where are they normally priced, how does that work? Well, again, the Sapphire garnets are very specialty. They only are derived from Kenya. So we talk about a truly one-source stone. I know we have the Marilani mints, but those are a little different. They're a little bit lesser color green. They're more kind of a bright green, kind of a minty green. This is really that classic, what you would expect an emerald to be, but we know emeralds rarely get there. So that's a really important stone for that reason, and yet super, super unusual to get a Sapphire of that quality. I mean, look at that. And don't worry about the size. That looks, just the other day I had a mounting, same mounting, and it had a carat and a half stone in the middle. So it is a stone that's going to look a lot larger than 89 points. It may be considered a light 1 carat when it comes to the actual carat weight, but definitely going to give you a much bigger look than that. Hi, Victor. What's happening? Oh, how nice. Oh, she did? Were those were they the Winzas by any chance? Or what'd she get? Oh, good. Oh, I don't know why I thought Winzas. Thank you. Does she like her Morganites? Oh, good. I'm so glad. Thank you so much, Lynette. And hope all is well in your neck of the woods this weekend. And hope you're having a good Saturday so far. That's awfully nice. Is that what she called, just to tell her she got her earrings? Oh, good. She got the Malaya too. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. Thanks, Lynette. Appreciate you shopping today, as always. And let's take a look. Now, I wanted to show you a better look at this Tanzanite. The heart shape, the big one, the 1575. That Sapphire will forever be ours, I guess. Take a look at this, though. And I know this one's really, I have to decide, do we want to show you the stone or the diamonds in the bail? Because there's really, if I do it that way to show you the stones, then the heart shape is a little bit off kilter. But this is where you can best see all of it at once, because otherwise, I mean, it's too important to, normally we wouldn't be emphasizing the bail. The bail is usually rarely a selling point or a talking point of a pendant. But in this case, it's so beautifully done with these really important heart-shaped diamonds. There's your heart-shaped stone. Forgive me because it's going to sit that way. If I put it the other way, you're not going to see the diamonds as well. And I really want to take a moment and talk about these diamonds. 1124083. This has got a tremendous markdown today. Heart shapes tend to be pretty popular. Haven't seen a lot of them here over all of the expanse that we've had this incredible gem in our midst. And yet, this is our 1575 heart-shaped stone, and tons of reds already up close. That's very telling when you can get that amount of red from that close-up when the maximum amount of light is shining right on that stone. The stone itself is a 1575. It's also set in 18 karat gold, but then you also have 50 points among just 2 VS white diamond heart shapes. Very rare cut. We know it's a rare cut in a colored gem like Tanzanite, like you have there, but it's even more rare in diamonds when you especially see that VS material you have. Let me show it to you here from a little bit of a distance away so you can see what this looks like. How about that? Very important heart shape, and you can see it's a defined heart shape. This is not a pear shape. It is not a trillion. It is a true heart shape, and then the points of the heart-shaped diamonds are going to lead right to the center point of that heart shape in that Tanzanite cut. Amazing color. Let me show you the length that it's going to give you, and then we'll show it on the neckline. But it's actually going to be what's $19,999, not all that long ago. And remember, we're about to say farewell and bid a farewell and an adieu to all of our Tanzanite blue wing block Ds. You've got 1.25 inches top to bottom. Let me show it on the neckline as well. I think that's going to be important to see when you've got that color where even against blue it shows up because it's so much brighter and more neon, and then you see the purple tones it has. These are the heart shapes, also really, again, recognizable. You really see the beauty of those heart-shaped diamonds stacked, and maybe that's significant. We know the number 3 tends to be extremely significant. Maybe that's something that's going to have a little extra meaning for you to have 3 hearts in one, right? Maybe that's going to signify, maybe this is the signify your heart, and then of course the 2 that are up top and always with you, right? That's something that I would consider given just the meaning that that could have from an extra level here. Here's another angle for you to look at. Like I said, if we put the heart shape up close, you tend to see the diamonds kind of drape down the side. So let me put it the best I can here to show you everything all at once, but that's going to be a very, very special stone. And if you don't mind, I'm going to jog that way because I really want you to see those diamonds just as well as you see that heart-shaped stone. It's going to be less than $99.99. Oh, good. We've got the paw necklace coming out for a requester as well. So we'll bring that out. That's always fun to see, the big one, not the small itty bitty, but the big one. And this one's going to be, you know what, huge value. Like I said, we're taking a lot of excellent museum one-of-a-kinds and really bringing them down. Notice you have also, it's a small detail, but it's lovely. You have the heart-shaped cutouts in the basket itself. Plenty of basket work behind it. There's the top of your bail, which you can see is that 18-karat gold hallmark, but also that solid mirror finish in the gold. And then you see the great detail it has in the heart-shaped design, the cutouts that are done in the actual basket itself. All those little details. So there's a heart-shaped emphasis, right? It's really for, it's just, it's all about the love here on this one. And it's not going to be $99 because we want to show how much we love you and the fact you're here and ready for a big value on a Saturday morning or afternoon. This is what it's all about when we're going to take it less than even $89.99 on a nearly 16-karat size in a super rare cut. And we all know this, the rarer the cut, the more money it should be. There's always a premium when you get a higher end cut like this. Always. That's always, always, always the case. No matter, even if it's a common gem, right? Even if it's a more commonplace gem, you should get a premium level price tag for a rare cut because it was very wasteful to get there. We're not doing $88.88. We're not asking for $8,500. We've got a brand new markdown right now, and this is as low as it will go. So it's kind of like that now or never moment when we expect, well, we expect great values here because I can tell you this, we have the best quality in the world, which automatically, when you hear that word best in jewelry, usually our mind thinks, oh, that means the wallet is going to be stressed. That means we have to really maybe break the budget, or we really have to overly consider, honestly, that's the beauty of what we do. You are guaranteed to get the best quality, but at the same time, you get the best price because we all know what Tanzanite's doing out there. You probably see it in the other shopping networks. You probably, and by the way, if you are still at this stage of the game, if you're still selling jewelry on TV, you're doing something right, right? Because most of those places that you might remember from decades back, they don't exist anymore, right? It's a tough, tough competitive market. And with the way that the industry's changing and the amount of lab grown you're seeing everywhere and the amount of, you know, mystery metals you're seeing having to be utilized because precious metals are just too pricey and gemstones are getting out of control, how great is it that we're still here, still trucking, still bringing you values like you cannot buy anywhere else, even if you're in the business. And that is the beauty of what we do. And you're seeing it here again on the world's best, literal best Tanzanite. If you think that's just a line, no, this is literally the best. So why would you have to go? You don't have to go spend more. You don't have to, and it's not even $85 or $84.99. We'll take it even lower than that. And our first caller who is going to say, oh, yes, please. Oh, give me that piece. That is the one I've been waiting for. And finally, we've got that brand new, even bigger markdown, that more significant value that you have been waiting on. Well, again, lowest price it can be is right now, and it's $79.99 instead. So started at $20,000, literally. Started at 20 grand. You probably remember when it debuted because it's one of those that tends to leave an impression. And now it's down to $79.99. Major moment for our lovers of Tanzanite there, and yet you're spending, 500 a carat. Is anyone else doing that? The answer is no, and their material is lesser quality. And I don't care how much less is less. So if you can spend less to get more like you do right here, that's the way to go. We're gonna get to our request. This is gonna be very popular. The earrings have already been here. The itty bitty style was here on Thursday. Now I'm gonna bring you the major paw, the one that we did, and this was by request. It all started with the itty bitty. It was the first paw design we ever brought. And we found there were so many animal lovers in our TVON family. We had a lot of you say, what if I don't want itty bitty? What if I wanna bring the big look, the more statement style, but still tastefully done so that I can wear it every day? That is why this paw was developed, and that is where you get a diamond weight of 43 points. 1110454 is happening now. Thank you to Nikki for requesting it, because I think this is going to be one that's helpful for many. If you wanted to, you know what my favorite thing to do is layer. I love the itty bitty necklace with this one. If you picked up the itty bitty necklace that we had the other day at $199, that would be the match to the earrings we had. Well, so is this, just on a larger scale, 43 points in pave, and it's gonna be a solid gold piece attached to the chain, therefore full necklace. Look at this, spring ring closure, 3 adjustable lengths to wear, 16, 17, and 18, white, yellow, and rose. And now, the whole piece. This is as big as we do in a paw necklace, by the way. Let me just give you a measure on the paw itself, because obviously this one is anything but itty bitty. And the proof is right here. The proof is, well, positively a beautiful look there with a 5/8 of an inch or so. That's right between a half and 3/4. So bigger than a ½ inch tall, little less than 3/4 of an inch tall. Let's take a look at it on the neckline. That's probably all you need to see here is just, again, against a fabric. You see how beautiful, against color, on a skin tone, whatever it is. But that is just such a beautiful piece. And yet, can you imagine the little itty bitty layered with this one? I always like the smaller up top, and then as pendants or as necklaces get larger, I like to see those a little bit lower, and it makes it so easy to layer because of the adjustability. I'll tell you, if you're just putting on necklaces, they always tangle, they bunch up. Not if you've got the adjustability built in, because they really set very separately on the neckline, so they don't do all that tangling madness that the layering look is tough to achieve. It looks great, but not really if they're all tangled and suddenly you're messing with them all day and it's really a high maintenance piece. I love that when we give you the adjustability, they sit very distinctly on the neckline, and they sit separated by an inch at a time. So it makes it really easy if you have any of our other necklaces that have adjustability. It makes it really, really easy to layer it. And that's the beauty of it. And you see that here in the yellow gold. We have white gold and rose as well. Let's make it easy. It's not even $9.99 for a big bold necklace like this is. And look at the gauge of the chain. We went heavier on the chain. We went bigger. You got the diamond cutting. It's already the top of the hour. Welcome in if you just joined us. So glad to have you with us on a Saturday. We are live from Los Angeles, and this is not even $888. $777. Come on in. We're making it $699 when you get almost a ½ carat in your diamonds. And then the adjustability. I mean, everything about this necklace, it's a wow. And another great gift idea for maybe somebody who wants a little bit more of a statement style. So thank you so much for that request. White, yellow, rose gold. This is open to anybody. We've got a couple available because we can usually produce our diamonds and our gold to a little bit of quantity for you. But look how beautiful that is. And there's something about perfectly done pave that just glitters. If you love sparkle like I know I do, and I think a lot of us do, because I think that's why a lot of us love jewelry in the first place, is that great way to accessorize with sparkle. And look at those diamonds. And you can actually see here how it's made, where you have a diamond that's centered up there. It's kind of invoking the way that we saw those little, the diamonds really separated individually in the necklace, the itty bitty, and the earrings that we had, where you see that the center, do you see the center of the paw there up top is actually going to be a larger stone centered up, and then it's actually a halo around that. So instead of just mixing and matching a lot of pave smaller stones, you kind of start with that bigger stone and then go around it. And then everything is really emphasized with that outer border of the mirror finish of the gold. It's finished beautifully, you can see there, so it's going to sit really nicely on the neckline. That's your close-up, and again, I know there's a lot of people that sell a lot of diamonds out there, and they're not always fully faceted. And the truth is, it's kind of comedy to me when everyone is excited about I1s and I2s and I3s. And hey, it's great in today's natural world to get natural diamonds because there's so much faux out there. But still, to get a couple of points of I1s or I2s that clearly, even under highly produced television, that look foggy and gray and just dull and lifeless. I mean, it's like, come on into the VS world, right? Spend your money wisely on something that you're going to be proud to wear, something you're going to be proud to gift. I think this is a great giftable. $6.99, and how many do we have going out? We've got one over there, two going out to one caller over here. They're getting a white and a yellow, and this is the way to do it for $6.99. So let's welcome everybody to the show. If you just tuned in the last couple of minutes, we have our Tanzanite heart-shaped pendant we just showed you. We have the paw style that is continuing to be popular, and that of course still matches the itty bitty earrings we had, and still layerable if you were able or lucky enough to pick up the itty bitty necklace we had. Those two layer together. So again, maybe that's going to signify, you know, the younger pets and the older pets or whatever it is, right? I think, you know, a lot of us pet lovers sometimes have more than one. So this is where, again, get your paw pieces while they're here. Great requests that we have. And again, welcome into our big Saturday. I'm so glad to have you with us. My name is Lauren Blair. This is TVON. We've got 2 hours left, and we got some great jewelry, but I promised a big top of the hour. We had our paw request come out, so I kind of went right into our transition here into hour number 2, but we have a really, really beautiful diaspore coming up. I'm so anxious to share this with you. It is 1125738. So this is one of the rare stones in the world. For anybody who's not familiar, you probably are familiar. You just may have seen it under other names. So this is a stone that's got, it's kind of weird because it's one of those that seems like the industry at large cannot decide on one name, because oftentimes, remember, a lot of stones have trade names, right? There's a lot of examples of that. The best known probably is Tanzanite. Tanzanite's a trade name. It doesn't mean it's not natural. It just means that that's the name that the industry decided on way back when it first was really getting to be known and understood and being brought to the marketplace. It's blue zoisite. Its technical term, its gemological term is blue zoisite, but we call it Tanzanite, which is great because we pay homage to the one and only source that it hails from. This is a stone that also is a one-source stone, which is why some people have called it turquoisite to pay homage to Turkey, which is where this comes from. Some have called it zarite, some have called it zoltanite. There have been different names for it. We just go on the gemological name, but rest assured, it's still the same thing. It is still color-changing diaspore. So there is only one source, that is Turkey. You've got a beautiful cut here. This is something that we have had very little of, and that will continue. There's very little of it left in our collection, so we're really proud of this. So let's take a look at our wheel. I know we're going to get you a great setup here in a beautiful stone, and this is one that I am so thrilled about. I gave you a little flash of it earlier. Well, now we get to see it in that stunning, look at that close-up, showing you why I think this is the best cut to get it in. No doubt about it, is going to be that radiant cut. So special, so unusual. Color-changing material. I mean, that just is everything. It's 1125738. And this is a large stone. This is a 3-carat 40 radiant cut to kick us off, though, this hour. Keep calling on the paw pieces, please, the earrings or the necklace. Reminder, we have a couple pieces from our first hour. If you have any questions on those, the zigzag rings, the Tanzanite hourglass pendant, the heart-shaped Tanzanite, anything you would like to see again, also let me know. We can recap it. But this is how we proceed with our 340, and then very much, I just think this mounting it's one of my favorites always because A, it feels great. It's substantial. It's not a small little piece. It really suits the stone. And you got 93 points in diamonds that are going to trickle down the sides here in that staircase design where it goes all the way around first, emphasizing the different cuts that you have, because this is going to have a corner facet like an emerald cut would. But you see, emerald cuts would have that straight up and down parallel faceting. You see the difference. Radiant cuts have the same outer perimeter, very different inner facet pattern when you see the way those are called scissor facets. When they go like an X, you see them there kind of meeting in the middle. If you look at it, it's an illusion. It's almost like a hall of mirrors in that X design that keep on going. And as a result, shows you these beautiful multi-tones to that stone. It's goldens, sometimes it looks more champagne, sometimes it looks more green, sometimes it looks more yellow. You take all that into account, and then you realize it's still a color-changing stone, as the name implies. Phenomenal gem, 93 points in diamonds once again. So we love that it's got almost a carat in diamonds. But remember, with the multiple tones, you're probably thinking, oh, I get it. So it changes from like a champagne to a golden, or a yellow to a green, or kind of a champagne to a, do I see pinks? Do I see a little bit of purple? That's the beauty of the stone. It's a color-changing stone. So at the end of the day, whatever you see here up front right now, still, if you were in a different light source, this entire stone and all the colors you see would actually change to a pinky purple color. It's like a mauve tone. Think like a raspberry pink. That's how this changes. So it's really different. It's really distinctive. It's super rare. We've got our representatives in Hong Kong right now, big trade show. It's a quarterly trade show, so you hear that every 3 months or so it's happening, right? Where you have yet another international trade show happening there overseas. And what's happening right now with this material is that it's almost gone. There are very few sources, very few dealers that are even offering it for sale anymore. Sound familiar? It's like what's happening with Paraiba. Similar thing happening here with the color changing diaspore. Want to get it out the door? Remember, white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. This is one of those you cannot go wrong pieces, and yet it is almost a carat in the diamonds. It's a cool piece. And wait till you see it on the hand, because then you're really going to be wowed. Let's take a look at this and the way it shines. You already see it there a little bit. Let me give you, and it's got those really nice, I love those bigger bookended corner prongs. You see that the diamonds go from one side to the other on the finger here. So it's just complete. It looks substantial. It is substantial. You know what a lot of people would assume? You just look at it and you kind of think, is it a champagne diamond? Is it a 3.5 carat champagne diamond? Oh wait, is it a yellow diamond? Now I'm seeing green flashes. It's like a chameleon almost. Oh, we have a chameleon diamond. But our chameleon diamond is still 50 grand. This is not 50,000, although the price tags we're seeing in wholesale right now, up to 4,200 a carat. That's wholesale. You have to times 4,200, in this case by 340. So that means you're looking at, oh yeah, we're talking $14,280 if you're buying that stone loose right now. From the trade, if you can find it. We're going to take it a lot lower than that. 14,280, yeah, that's in our dreams, in our TVON fantasies. But isn't that what this is about? Hopefully we are the place you get your jewelry fantasy taken care of. That's what we're about. That's what we want to do. That's what we're here to bring. Opportunities on rarities you don't even see anywhere else. If you ever did, think about the price you would have to pay, how much you'd have to spend to get a stone like this. We're not even asking $14,000. This is a huge value. It's a beautiful stone. Let me remind you, if you're not familiar with the stone, very rare in 3 carats. 3 carats or up, considered nearly impossible. It is scarce. Then also, it is a stone that does deal with quite a few inclusions typically. This stone does not. This particular stone is clean as can be. We are up close to that stone. If there was anything to see, trust me, it would be evident. That is a stone that doesn't just readily come in a clean clarity like that. So what we're now looking at is I think we need to help you. $49.99, that's my set top of the hour price. I'm going to do better because it is a Saturday and by goodness, we got to move some great pieces. We've done a lot of that in this first hour and now we're in hour number 2 and we're going to make this even better and I'm going to put it on the auction block. Why not? Let's see who's out there because I'm stuck at $49.99. That is as low as I can go. And I just have a feeling it might take a little extra discounting today. So how about we just roll the dice on the auction? FYI, in the last couple of days when I've had auctions, they have been minimal participation. I had an auction the other day where we started at 0 and we still only had 2 bidders. 2. And we started at nothing. That's a little bit unusual. Okay, it's a lot unusual. And now we're going to start this one in perspective of where it's at here at $49.99 when you're paying essentially now, that's like your 1 carat price tag in the wholesale world for a loose stone. We're adding almost a carat in diamonds. It is your choice of gold. I don't think there's a bad way to go here. I don't even have a recommendation for you. It is good in every color of gold. So if you're a white gold lover, get it. If you're a rose gold lover, get it. But it's not going to be $49. We're starting at skip $4,000. Skip $35. Skip $2,500 to start. I want participation. That way we can really send it out. And the idea is this. The more participation I seek just usually means we got to start lower. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. We're not even starting at 25. And that is already well under $1,000 a carat, which means I should have callers and a lot of people excited about this. It's a $10 increment. It's our $49.99 TVON piece. That is a great value, but we're going to take it lower right now. Not even $2,000 to start. This is what happens when, and I don't think that necessarily starting low is going to get a lot of participation, but we just are trying, right? Always trying to give you that opportunity. And all those stones, they are pave, but they're very big individual diamonds here. The round brilliants are a very good size that you're getting, and we are not going to do $2,000 to start. I kind of figured we'd need to do something wild like this, and it's happening. And it's not 2,000. How about 19? 18. Oh wait, we might have an open. I forget we have that like almost 60-second delay. So when I say $2,000, it's going to be another 60 seconds before anybody who's interested is calling in. So how about this? Since we're already on that track to make it super affordable, let's try. Let's get everybody in. Give you the chance. You don't see them here anymore. This is the big one. It's a beautiful stone. Jason, you're not starting this you weren't thinking about 2,000. You're not on this one? Okay, so that's a maybe. Okay, so ask them something. On my behalf, would you ask them what they'd be interested in doing? Can we make this a little bit more affordable? I'm kind of stuck here. We got a $5,000 piece that's not actually supposed to be auctioned, and now looking to start an auction and don't have any auction open yet. So trying to get this going here. How about this? 19, 18, 17, $1,600? The 93 points in diamond, the mounting, and this is probably the last thing I need to tell you because you already know. You already know. When you get a carat in diamonds almost in a ring this substantial with this size, regardless of what's in the center, regardless of how very valuable that center stone is, you are looking at a value. And we are just going to go, let's go nice round number here, $1,500 to start the bidding. There is no open yet. There's only one person thinking about it. There is no open spoken. So this is where you have a really, really true viable chance here to downright steal one of the rarest stones we can bring ever. And we're looking for 15 with all the same things you get, the gold color change for free, the sizing, and also the shipping for free. And all of that, and we may have the open already. Take a look at it. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Do we have the open at 15? We got it. Thank you so much. That was probably that $2,000 open that I just wasn't patient on. So there we go. Now they've got an extra $500 off. And guess what? We've got one bidder only. So the increments are tiny. It's $10 increments only. We have one bidder. And I'm going to try it on again. And now you know it's going to go. So for anybody saying, maybe it'll come back. Like later in the show, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, maybe next month. Nope. It's selling today because we've got that open. So this is where if you see the value, and I know we all do, 340 stone, this is not normal. And we're looking for 1510. It's not a $100 increment. It's a $10 increment. And that's what the ring looks like. That is not a $1,500 ring. That's a $5,000 ring at TVON all day long. Now we're looking at, do I need to give it a final call? I think we're there. So if I only have one bidder, that's okay. I got to sell it. But I do have to give you a last final chance as we take another look at it up close and see what you think. Because it is go time, everybody. This is probably my favorite ring of the day. And now it's instantly become, thanks to our auction, my favorite value of the day too. So we're looking for 1510. Oh, I'm going to give it a last call here. I have to. This is it. This is where we got to go. We're going to give it a last call. It's 2 minutes. We never end the auction without giving you like a fair and final warning here so that it's not too late, but it's getting close to it. And with that delay, this is why we gave you 2 whole minutes. We encourage you to dial in quickly. Otherwise, it's going to be gone. So we don't want you to miss out because you're a little tardy on the phone lines. That would be devastating. This is where you know what you're seeing here, that beauty of that stone, that amazing rarity it has. Think of all the layers of rarity. You know, I so many times liken it to Tanzanite because it's a one-source stone like Tanzanite is, but Tanzanite, as beautiful as it can be, and as lovely as the trichroism gives you, Tanzanite is not a color-changing stone. Tanzanite is not a phenomenal gem. This stone, and I wish there was a way, but obviously with only one light environment here in the studio, I can't show it to you, but if you have any like those pen lights, those UV lights, if you can expose it to any incandescent light, you are going to watch this stone from all those beautiful golden neutrals that it has. It goes to a pinky purple. And that is so impressive. And we are just now 2 minutes away. There's going to be a clock up in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. And that's going to count down 120 seconds, which sounds like forever. But when you realize you got the delay of the broadcast, you got to call in the phone, there's a little blurb that, you know, before you're connected to us, it's where you have to go now. You have to dial in these auctions. My best advice is as soon as you see the 2-minute clock, that's when you start dialing, because other than that, it could be a little too late. And we don't want you to miss out, especially when there's a value as good as this one is. Right now it's at $1,500. It's only a $10 increment. So 1510 could potentially win it. If you want to go power bid your way up, if you want to give us $16 or $2,000 or $2,500, we'll take those too. That's the strategy. You have a choice to play. But here we are in our final call right now, and we are at $1,500 only on a color change diaspore that is truly, we used to have these frequently. I'd have a couple a week. Now, all the material, because we've had it since the beginning, since the very, very beginning. I know it's become in vogue. I know a lot of people are talking about it and carrying it now. We've had it from the beginning, which is why we stay calling it the true gemological correct name. It has got all those, once we all decide as an industry what the trade name's going to be, fine, we'll call it that. But again, all those stones that you see in those minute little sizes with the really heavy inclusions, this is the same material. It's just that really high quality, and never could you get this diamond ring alone for $1,500. And now with that stone that is, I know we love our diamonds. We bow down to our diamonds and our gold. But that stone by itself, that 340, that's far more valuable than the diamonds and the gold that are setting it. It is. So you're getting both. You're getting it finished, all your choice of the customizations, and we're at $1,500 with a final call coming up right now. Take a look at it. We got 2 minutes left, and then we will see it out the door, and that's going to be it, and you will not see it again, because once it's gone, it's gone. So now we're looking for more participation here. Who is going to be the winner? We don't know, but we're going to find out in about 1:45, and I do need to try this on again for you, because this is absolutely gorgeous. It's the cutting for me. Yes, it's got that clarity. It's got the beautiful color where it's not it's not too far in one direction. Some of them can be very green. Some of them can be very yellowy. Some of them can be very brown. This is truly that combination. It's like all of those colors I mentioned are in concert here together, and then you get the beautiful clarity shown off by the radiant cutting, flashing like a diamond. I mean, I think that's the most common misconception that people would have looking at that ring is that you're wearing a big time champagne diamond or a chameleon diamond. If you actually do see the color change happen, it is fantastic. And we have a minute left. Anybody else? Okay, so final call is now. Let's see if we have 15, 10 or more. Allison, are you on the phone lines? Okay, I was watching the way you were holding that phone. I wasn't sure what that meant. So here we are. Last chance, last call. Let's see if anybody else wants to come on in with 40 seconds remaining. What a gorgeous ring that is. White, yellow, rose, gold, you decide. Who is it going to be that wins this? I mean, that's a win. That's a big win. You know how, they always say, I'm a sports fanatic, so you always say, well, the win counts the same. It counts as one win, no matter if you win by 20, whether you win by 1, whatever you win, right? A win is a win, right? There's just one win, right? I guess the difference would be hockey because it's on that point system. But, I'm talking about baseball, football, basketball. Win's a win. But I think here, this is where it's a big win. It's a big win. Look where that started, $5,000 piece. This is the big win because you've got so much saved. What are we saving you? $3,500 bucks? A lot of money saved. Think about all the jewelry you can buy with just the money you saved on this one ring in this auction. That's what it's my shopping math. That's how I look at it. That's how I think that's logical. I think it makes sense. You've got essentially now at this point, you've got $3,500 to play with, and shop the rest of the show. Get what you've seen before. Take another look at it. Let's see, are we at 1510? Yes. Yes, sure. Here's the inside. I knew there was a question out there. Do we have what? Do we have 1510, 1520, 15, what? Give me 16. Give me 2,000. Oh, look at how pretty the scroll work is in the basket there on the profile. 1510, 1520. Tell me what we got. Yes. You got it? Sold. Congratulations. Let's move on. I'm overdue on my time there. The clock ended. So got to move on. I was making my point there about that's a big win. And it is a big win. Congratulations. Let's, shall we flash the sapphire? Pinky purple colors together. Hot pinky purple colors together. That's a large sapphire. 1125237 is your item number here. That is beautiful, isn't it? It's a great looking piece. Yeah, that's my only diaspore of the day. I don't have anything else besides that one. That's it. And now we talk about a 273 hot pinky purple sapphire. Look at that. 273. We're calling it pink, but it's definitely got a pinky purple fuchsia color. It's in the bridge, which is a 111 diamond weight. There is only the one. And for those of you saying sapphire, I have heard of that. This is the common misconception with sapphires. I think we grow up knowing 4 stones. I feel like the 4 most well-known stones that even non-jewelry lovers know are diamonds, emeralds, sapphires, and rubies. I feel like those are the big 3 in color: emeralds, sapphires, rubies. And of course, rubies and sapphires are all part of the same family, right? So that's why you get, when it's a red sapphire, well, that's not a technical, it's not a proper term, so we call it ruby. And when you've got all the other colors of sapphire, purples, blues, pinks, yellows, orange, list goes on, green, padparasha, all those different colors are sapphires. So that's how it works. Hi, Tracy, good morning. Good morning. Nice to have you with us today. That's where this one blends a little bit. And for anybody who says, well, I've heard of sapphires, so it must be common, that's, I think, a very common misconception. I was going to say a popular misconception, but that doesn't sound right. This is where it's a little bit commonplace to think, okay, sapphire, I've heard of it, so it's common. Well, it's a big jump when you talk about quality, like so many stones. There are sapphires that look nothing like what we would ever show you on this show. And they're everywhere, and they're in every jewelry store, and they're very common. That would be the dark navy blues you see. You know, those deep dark blues that almost look like the midnight sky, that are still sapphires. They're still blue sapphires, and they're not all that valuable when they're not really quality. And everything works in concert where you think about it's the cutting, it's the color, it's the size, it's the clarity. All those things, that much like we talk about the 4 C's with diamonds all the time, there are a lot of factors that determines any one value of any one gem. That's where I want to just touch on the fact that this is a 273, which is a very large sapphire. 273 is a lot larger than we typically see. And is it so large that it stopped our wheel? Yes. Come back to life, wheel. Come on. Okay, there. 273 is the size. It's the pinky purple color. And it is a huge size in a gorgeous transparency. And it's in the bridge with a carat 11 in the diamonds. And we're going to make it affordable. So one caller takes it. I can't do $99.99. We never see them. That's another deficit we have, is that it's not commonly understood. Oh, hey, we know that stone. We see it all the time. It's $12,000. We hardly ever see these pinky purple rich colors. And so it is my goal, especially with this month of September being the birthstone that we celebrate for this month is sapphire. What a great chance to pick one up in an exotic color. And it is not going to be even close to $99.99. Yes, Andy. Hi, new registers. And is that our only one so far? Okay, Jackie in Washington State. Hi, Jackie. Welcome to our show. Where in Washington is she? Oh, I've got a lot of family up there, so I always like to ask. We've got a lot of family up in the Pacific Northwest. So thank you, Jackie. Welcome to our show. Thank you for shopping today. Congrats. Let's talk about how we can make this a lot more affordable. And I'm not talking about $99.99 or even $49.99 when we just suddenly take half off a $10,000 piece. We're living right. This is going to be a lot more affordable than even $49.99. Let's make it happen, first caller. It's just one only. I got to look at it on the hand here. This is a beautiful finishing on the inside of this bridge. Yeah, go ahead. I'll take a look at it here. There are so many different styles of bridge, meaning the size. We do a more petite version that's got 70 points. We do the 1 carat version as well. And then there's also the 111. And that's one of our more substantial, of course. Certainly you see the gold weight that it's got there. It's definitely, I know that's weird to say see the gold weight, but it is, I think it's proper when we're back up close. It's kind of proper to imagine when you see the size and you realize that's all layered and kind of leveled, where it's actually built, you know, as a bridge is, right? On top, you've got these 2 layers, and that's going to be all. You see what happens underneath, and you see how this works. We're going to actually take another $1,000 off and make it $39.99 to the very first caller. And that should get that big deluxe purple pink. And I love that look. When this moves to the side, like you see right here, watch the center stone and watch it move that angle. That's working. That gives us an achievement there. Look at that. That's the brilliance. If you're wondering, how did that sapphire just get so much sparkle? That's the beauty of the bridge. It's not just the way it sits on the hand. It's the way you have that brilliance of the diamonds actually showing through the stone and giving a new life to that color, making the color vibrant. Sapphire is not a stone we expect to see sparkle per se, but it happens when you put the diamonds underneath it like we did. Now, Mandarin garnet lovers, there is something special happening today in a Mandarin. Also, Congolese tourmalines. There is one huge stone. Look at this. I've had the carats and the carat 50s lately. Look at this. 4.5 carats of our Congolese neon bright green and blue together. And then stick around, because in a half hour, we're going to have the top of our last hour. And what we're going to bring you, I have been trying so desperately. You guys should, if you could hear me behind the scenes here, and how much I fight and fight and fight tooth and nail for you guys to get these values. We are in the last final few days of Blue Wing Block D. I do have a Blue Wing Block D 507 for you here today that is going to be really well priced. That's happening at the top of next hour. So make sure you stay here with me for that, because that's going to be on its way. Looking forward to it. That's a great stone. 507 in the oval, classic as can be. Almost looks like a big trillion cut diamond on the sides, but all pave. And then I want to show you this, because this one is just fantastic. It's got a little touch of whimsy to it, a lot of femininity to it. And I've admired this ring for some time. I introduced this design to you not so long ago. It was one of those really high-end, kind of whimsical, sometimes take a little bit of, it takes a lot of extra gold, a lot of extra design elements. And so what happens is a lot of you say, the whimsical pieces are not something I'm gonna shop on if they actually happen to be so much more money. Here we are at that midpoint of our Saturday. This is one of those more whimsical designs, but the ribbon, the idea and the concept of the ribbon on the finger, we think about, I don't know, I think about, besides that beautiful feminine kind of look that is so synonymous with one of the biggest designers in the world, that's partly what I think of, but also that idea that, the concept we used to, before we had technology at our fingertips, we used to talk about, little reminders like tying that string around your finger to remind you of something. This is where I think that if you're looking for some significance, besides just the beauty of the ring and the designer element it has and the pretty little bow that's all dimensional as it is, if you're looking for something that may have some significance, I think the bow also does that. So that idea that this is a beautiful ring because it's a little larger concept, so it's great on middle fingers and index fingers. If you want to add something there, like you've been looking for a new index finger ring, this is a great chance to do that. It's 1124238. The reason I'm giving you a little lead up here is that this one is one of those museum meltdowns. So this is where we're taking the museum higher end because of the design elements and the beautiful carat 56 pear shape, and the fact it's set at an angle kind of gives it the look like maybe it's going to move. It doesn't. It's purposely set at an angle. Wait till you see this on, because I think you're going to love that it gives you some look of movement without any of that kind of extra high maintenance wear. That's sometimes when pieces move or have charms, I think that can be a little bit too much extra sometimes. So this gives you that look of without actually having any articulated pieces. It's a carat 56 Mandarin. It's got 61 points in diamonds, and we can do any golds you want. I was so thrilled because $49.99 is where this has been. And that just seems a little out of place when we have a ring that obviously we love to bring you the new, the updated, the fresh designs, but we understand that if it is a new concept or maybe a little different than the classics, you may be a little bit more hesitant to pay $5,000 on that design. So if we can make it more wearable, more affordable, let's keep in mind this is one of the most highly elevating stones as far as price tag in the world right now. It's up there with Paraiba, and you've got that. See how it's purposely set at an angle. If I hold that straight up and down, you see that it looks like it's kind of the extension of the bow there. Where it's off at an angle, you see the asymmetry to the design. This bow is dimensional, so it's not flat, but it's also not going to stick up too high. We're always so aware in how we're going to build it. I do want to put this on the middle finger as well and just show you how it looks there, because I think that's a great option for you. And then the diamonds do continue down the sides. Maybe it's going to be a gift. I think anytime you give a gift, you're probably concerned with, I want to present it in a beautiful way. I want to wrap it with a big bow and make it all frilly and pretty and, you know, make the presentation as important as the gift inside. Well, maybe this is the concept, is you give it as a gift and it's got that meaning because of that little, you know, bow topper there. But this is what it's all about. When it comes to value on a Mandarin and you're getting a carat 56 size and you're still choosing your gold, when that's a lot of extra workmanship than most designs that are more straightforward can give, here's the way you get it. I'm going to make it affordable. There is a museum meltdown price. It doesn't mean that it has to be expensive just because the word museum is associated with it. That speaks to the quality. It speaks to the design. It does not mean we have to charge you $5,000 or $4,000 or $3,000. We're making it a lot more affordable than that. But you do want to call early on this one. I don't think this one's going to have any chance of lasting. And any gold, any size, think about index, think about middle, think about ring. Honestly, probably too lengthy a ring for the pinky or the thumb, but any of those other great places to wear it, and you choose. Again, I always say with the Mandarins, do you want a little more tonal look like the yellow? Do you want to go contrast with the white? Either way, beautiful ring, not even 39, not 29. I want to take it low, and that's exactly what we're going to do. And when I've got the luxury to discount a few of these, let's move them out today, museum wonders here, that's what it's about. It's not even $2,000. $19.99 is pretty special when you've got a ring like that. Any gold, the ribbon design, I know, it's like we always have the classics first. We tend to build our wardrobe and jewelry based on classics. And then sometimes if you feel like you've got all the classics, that's when it gets exciting to add the new and the fresh and the designer and the different and the ones that are going to get the compliments. And I think there's something to be said with the Mandarin's unique. Not a lot of people have Mandarin Garnet or see it available. So how great is it to have a more unique stone in a unique mounting? I think that the concept works really well together, and it's not 19. You want to blow it out? Let's do it. Make it really easy for that first caller to say a resounding yes, an excited yes, a thrilling yes, a make it yours, and not even break the bank to do it when it's one of the most highly coveted stones in the market right now. And I'm not even asking for $1,500. So come on in, because it's one of our big values when you've got a ton of gold. Look at the insides of the ribbon. That's going to be all mirror finish. You see that here, you see that here. The inside of the ring is completely finished, as you see there, even the band. Look at how ample that gold is, how it sits up. It's going to be comfortable. And then again, that little bit of that asymmetry in that you've got the ribbons here, that beautiful looping effect on this side, the sort of the tails of the ribbon on the other. It's like the Mandarin is an extension of that. And what if we take it under $1,500? $14.99, $13.99. I'm trying to give away some Mandarins. It doesn't matter how rare it is. That's why this is considered museum level. The Mandarin is clean. The Mandarin is neon orange. It's bright. It's different. It's bold. And I'm blowing it out right now for less than $1,000. So that if you want to try an updated, whimsical style, something different than what you likely already have, we're going to make it $999 to get the ring. In white, yellow, or rose gold, totally up to you. But that's not typical. That is, I could never sell the loose stone at a carat 56 for $9.99, and we're doing it today in a ring, in a designer style, in that beautiful diamond design as well. That's almost 2/3 of a carat in the white diamonds you're getting with it as well. And it's $9.99 for that incredible ring. So that's one of those that I just really wanted to highlight for you. Yes, that Tanzanite's coming up at the top of the hour. Yes, we have a yellow diamond. Yes, we have a Congolese tourmaline. I've got the Imperial topaz blowout wheel. These are the $25,000 Imperials. Why? Because they're huge sizes and they're the best color. I'm going to bring all three to you, and we're going to make them really affordable. All 2 carat plus stones. Nobody on the Mandarin. Let's move on. It might be a little whimsical for some. If it is, no problem. Let's build an Imperial wheel. Wow. The pinks. There have been some pieces here that have been here really quite lengthy. And long amounts of time are not something we're used to seeing when it comes to our jewelry. These are the different colors of Imperial as well. Here's the more pinky tone. That's typically a men's ring. Could be a lady's ring as well if you like a larger band. And then we also have the oval in the signature mounting. And then here is another really pink stone in the pear shape. These are the three that I was telling you from the start of the show that there was a premium museum Imperial topaz wheel. Let's come in a little bit closer so you can really see the differences. And that's where I think this is helpful to have them all up at once. I like the idea of giving you obviously individual descriptions and all that. But let me just start with, they're all 2 carats plus. They're all giving you elements of pink, just some more than others. And there's a personal preference that everybody has. Some of you want to go pure pink, which is more the left and the right side. Some of you want that more padparacha element where it's not really yellow-orange, but it's also not fully pink. It's right down the middle with 50-50 blend, which is really what you're seeing there in the center in that signature style. Now, there are 3 rings. They're all one of a kind. When they're gone, they're gone. The Mandarin is still here. This is the blowout with 20 minutes left till our top of the hour. And then at the top of the hour is that Tanzanite. So for those of you that are asking, I've got a lot of people asking about when's that Tanzanite coming up. That 5 carat oval classic style is coming up in just a few minutes. You got 21 more minutes to wait, and I'll be very, very strict about that. Top of the hour, it's going to come out to play. This is the wheel. I know this is a super obscure stone. I always like to mention what it is for those of you that go topaz. Oh, I've seen topaz for $5 a carat. That is wrong. That is not this topaz. This is the most precious level of one source topaz from one source in the world. It is far more rare. We're talking about hundreds of times more rare than Tanzanite is. That's another one source stone. The diaspore we talked about a few minutes ago, this is more rare than that as well. And this is not a stone that receives any treatment whatsoever. Every color you see, even these top-notch Ouro Preto mais finos, which means the most fine, which is not proper grammar, but that's how the Portuguese translates to the best. That's how they describe the best at the mining itself is mais fino. When they come up with this material, you hear the Brazilians speaking in Portuguese, and they're always talking about the mais fino. That's what this is. When any trace of pink is naturally inherent in the stone, that's what elevates it up to the top level. And let's just be clear about it. This Imperial topaz, even in its basic colors, is crazy rare. It's one of the rarest stones in the world. There is that one source. That source, by the way, is almost mined out. We're talking about final, probably months of mining until this is done forever. And then think about it, all your stones would become more rare once that happens. And you've got a 201 on the pear shape. And then we work our way up to the 210. And then the largest is actually in the middle here. That is my 223 carat weight with the large diamond weight as well. So this is largest stone, largest diamond weight. Sometimes the museum meltdowns come one at a time. Sometimes they appear as a wheel in a blowout form. That's what we're doing right now. The Imperial on the right has pink and white diamonds. The rest have all white diamonds to them. That double halo pear shape, the addition of the pinks, I need callers now because this is going to be, when you see that value, I know what you're thinking right now because you're wise. You're wise, savvy shoppers. You know what these Imperials go for. You know these had $20,000 and above prices originally. That does not matter. We're moving jewelry. We've gone through the inventory with everybody away at Hong Kong. It's that moment where we're saying, let's clear out some inventory. And you guys have seen a sale, right? We're taking all the prices better than what you would have seen during that sale because we're going high end with the material. We're bringing them down under our own cost, which is really impressive. And you don't even have to pay $25,000. It's nowhere near that. A lot of people shy away from Imperials because the price tags are just, rightfully so, they're higher. They're some of the most expensive stones in the world. It's like if you said, I want a 50 carat diamond. Well, a 50 carat diamond is in no way, shape, or form going to be affordable. Even if it was the ugliest, cloudiest, most included diamond, a 50 carat diamond is not going to be cheap. Certain categories of stones are just rare, so they're pricey no matter what. This is one of them. This is one of the most fine, most rare, most exotics I can ever bring to you. And I'm up here every day showing you demontoids, Weens, Paraiba tourmalines, fancy colored diamonds, chameleon diamonds. I mean, we've got rare here every day. So it's almost like, is it rare if they've got it every day? Well, that's what we specialize in. That's our whole thing. That's our mantra here. But this is crazy rare. Also November's birthstone traditionally, that got changed out years ago for citrine because this was too rare to find. So here's our topaz that's all natural and nothing up here is $25,000, Tony. I promise you that. I got to make sure they disappear. You let me know if you like the 210, which is going to have a diamond weight of 91 points, 3 rows down the side pave. Here's the 223. That's got a carat 28 in diamonds. Here's the pear shape, which is the 201, 17 points in the pink diamonds, 49 points in the white diamonds, and let's sell all 3. Don't think I can? Well, it's exactly what I thought. Because I'm looking at the price of $99.99 on all 3, and then I said, you know what, let's go for it. Saturday morning's here. It's almost afternoon everywhere. Let's make sure they go. I can't afford to leave them here, not with the kind of discounts. Listen, we have to make it up in volume theoretically. If I'm going under cost on everything, we at least got to sell a lot of stuff, right? negative cash flow is still cash flow. So here's what we'll do. It's not going to be $99.99. That's the bottom. That's what we're supposed to leave them at. That's the blowout. Well, let me take them even lower for you so we can really just get them out the door and give them one last chance on the air. If you take them, great. You'll be one of the happiest collectors out there. If you decide to leave them, well, they're probably going to go to other people. The collectors are out there every single day. This is what collectors wait for. It's like you walk in the museum and they say, oh, as a parting gift, would you like to just take something? Would you like to select something that you saw today and take it home with you? Not a replica in the gift shop. That's what I feel like this is, except we're saying, let us change gold colors, let us send it to your doorstep, let us get you a great price that you could never get on any one of these 3 rings ever. Take a look. They're not going to be $99, $89, $79, $69, $59. Suddenly we're looking at, these aren't yellows, they're not oranges, they're the best of the best, but you get a choice. Do you want that 50-50, golden, orange, and pink? Do you want more pink to it, like an 80-20 pink to orange? This one, same thing. I would say even maybe 90-10 on that one as far as the pink and the orange ratio is concerned. And nothing is $49.99 either. So now we're half of half. Well, actually, no, they start at 25. Yeah, we're far more than 75% off. One of each. The only one that's got to stay in the white gold, it looks like the signature does, but honestly, we do that signature mounting. If you're willing to wait a couple extra days, give us the time, we'll do that signature mounting. I like them all the way they are. I think the only thing you need to concern yourself with, besides being the first on the phone lines to get them, is basically tell us your ring size. I think they're perfect the way they are. I don't think you need to change a thing about the way they're set. This is the contrast you want to see with those colors. If they were more of the yellow golden tones, I'd say get them in yellow. But the way these are so overwhelmingly pink, I say leave them in the white gold, especially the one with the pink diamonds around it. And they're not going to be even $49 or $39.99. So now we're getting busy because nobody saw this coming. And here's the value you're waiting for because they're not even $39.99. Welcome in. It's our last hour 15 of Saturday. We got 75 minutes left. And this is the moment. And skip it. We'll skip over 39. Let's do better. I was thinking $49.99, we'd have every line lit. And we'd have people fighting over them. But it's that kind of Saturday, right? Let's take them even lower than $3,500. Practically free. At this point, it should be called the practically free wheel. That's what they are. Big 2 carat, remember 2 carat plus on each. This is going to be, that's the largest here in the middle. This is my 201. That's going to be the 2 carat 23. And then we've got the fabulous 210. You know, did I get those reversed? I'm sorry, this is the 210. That's the 201. Pretty close. Same colors on the ends there, on the outskirts. That's the 223. Nobody on the lines? Okay, let's just move on. But before I do, which one? Oh, Tim, do you like one? We've got a caller. So again, see, I can't leave anything here. This is not that kind of weekend, right? We can't leave anything here. And the beauty of this is I'm going to tell you a little secret. If you're shopping this weekend, the beauty of it is your great values are here, and the reason we're blowing out some jewelry that already exists is because there's a lot of buying that's going on right now, a lot of miles away. So overseas, there's a lot of buying going on. And the more jewelry I can sell at an under cost price to you, the more cash flow we get going, the more new we can bring to you, and the more great value we can bring on new. So I think that there's a dual purpose here to shopping. Obviously, I would never ask you to buy anything just because it's a deal. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't do that with anything. But truly, if you want the rarest stones in the world, we are discounting them like they're ordinary pedestrian stones. This is like priced like it's a quartz. And yet, these incredible diamond weights, the rarity that's there, and all of that means if we can move some jewelry here this weekend, when you shop over the next hour and 15 today and 3 hours tomorrow, we can really bring, it gives us bigger buying power to buy new, to bring and design more new in these next few weeks. And that is something I think any jewelry lover is going to be excited about. But you're getting the value. You're getting the value. I just can't be showing you jewelry and putting it back in a vault and showing you more jewelry and putting it back in a vault and showing you more. So these prices are getting inexplicably low, except for, I just told you, I mapped it out. I gave you the roadmap to why these deals are happening the way they are. And now you don't even have to spend 35 or 34 or 33 or 32 or 31. Tell me that's not a giveaway. When you've got some of the largest Imperials we've ever seen, the best in color, here they are, and it's not going to be $3,000 either. They are $2,999. That's it. And one of each. When they're gone, they're gone. Let me know which one you want to see on the hand, and then we'll see them out of here. They've got to go. And that's because, well, they never could be lower. We couldn't do the mountings for that price. So now the Imperial topaz, forget about it. You're not paying a penny for any of them. You are less than the price of the mounting. And I know it's a tricky stone. Not everybody has it. You didn't see it at that store in the mall this morning, right? You're probably not seeing it on those guys up and down the dial. Yes? Here's the inside. The signature mounting is always finished. This one's already spoken for. Not a big surprise. It's my 223. And that's going to be one that you will enjoy. That's my 223. Here's the oval. Look at how gorgeous. I love that combination. Isn't that special? There it is. That's going to be the oval. Let's try it on the hand here for you real quick. It's got the full undergallery. It can be changed in the gold color if you need it to be. But Tim, are they keeping that in the white gold? Sounds good. So that one's gone, $29.99. Let's take a closer look at either what is considered a men's style here, or again, two of the more pinky stones, which usually are considered even more rare. So we have either the oval or the pear shape. So that is very, very special. And you can take either one of those that you'd like. So $29.99. Let's move right along. And we'll get right to it, guys. Lots and lots to get to. And again, the jewelers are shopping today. That's a good idea. Smart, smart shoppers, you know what to do. You know $29.99. That is, again, the 2-carat 10 is in the oval with the 91 points in diamonds, and the 201 is the pear shape elongated with the pink and the white diamonds around it. So thanks everybody for looking at those. Just a reminder, we had 3 band rings here. This is our last call, last look at them. Retiring design, great little zigzag ring here in the white, the yellow, or the rose gold. That's 1117417. We had these earlier, but you may have missed them. Rose, white, and yellow all still here, and those are just $399 a band if you'd like to get those. And they look fabulous, and they sit really low profile in the hand, and they're easy to wear. So just wanted to remind you of those. Got to get those out of here as well. And then any last minute questions, calls, requests, we've got that Tanzanite coming up for our top of the hour. My job is to make that in our kind of finale. I've had to do some convincing here that in our last few days of Blue Wing, we should try to make one last final opportunity as far as value. So we're going to do that at the top of the hour, so stick around. There are our zigzag rings. Thank you on the Imperials. Don't forget about the Mandarin Garnet and that bow design. That's still here. If you want the $9.99 Mandarin Garnet in that gold and diamond design, then our Congolese Tourmaline, also a beauty. That's going to be coming up. Top of the hour is the Tanzanite. Just a mention here. Now, Tony and I have been working together for like the better part of 2 decades. And when Tony saw this piece this morning, and he doesn't react much to jewelry at this point unless it's something very special, because like myself and probably like you at home, we've seen it all. But have you ever seen this? It's a brooch. It's one of the best opals we've ever seen. It is a free-form boulder opal with all the colors. This is out of Australia, and it's a very large piece. It reminds me of so many things, but really the way you put the piece oriented on the lapel or what have you, it's just decadent. It's designer. You can wear it east to west, north to south, however you want, at a diagonal. That opal is everything, and there is the essence of, when I say museum meltdown piece, this is a lot of workmanship to melt this down, but it's 1124,988. Just wanted to throw it out there. I know it's a brooch. We don't always shop brooches. I get it, but this is just gorgeous 18-karat two-tone gold. It's a 992 opal, and it's a carat 94 in diamonds, and it's my job to make sure you know this is our last look at it before we take it apart. If you are so inclined to shop a beautiful opal, look at that close up. Here's the pin behind it, so that's going to allow you to wear it any which way you like. I'm a big fan of having one great designer brooch in your collection at least. This is it. It's the carat 94. Obviously would go with everything because the opal has all those colors, and it's floral, it's star-like. It kind of reminds me of a shooting star in a way, but it's just, it's different and designer and bold. Yes? Sure, happy to do that. We're going to show that. By the way, that's a very, Myra, that's, is she the one that got the 2 carat 23? That's a significant number to me, Myra. So I was literally, I was going to shop that stone at the end of the day, but I knew it wouldn't stick around. I knew that wouldn't be. So I'm glad it's going to a great home. I have to go get it, but I'll go flash it for you. This is my free form. It's more or less an oval. I don't know why they're calling it free form. It's an oval. And it's a beautiful brooch. And if anybody would like it, it's going to be from, I know, $15,000 is a little steep on this one. Just wanted to bring it down. $14,999 goes away right now. If anybody would love to have this, I do want to show you the link because it doesn't look like that's up there. So let me show you the link this gives you. Barely fits in our hand shot here. So that's interesting. We very rarely see a piece this large, but it's actually, if you look, it's going to be 3 3/4 inches top to bottom or side to side, again, depending on how you orient it. There's no right or wrong way to wear it, and it's going to be brought down below $10,000. It's not even $99.99. Let me show it on the neckline here as well, just for another just great kind of, for instance here, how it's going to look. And there again, that darker light that I stand in here to show you the pieces from this perspective is a much better look at the opal, because it's the whole point I'm trying to always prove to you is that this is more typical normal light. Granted, I'm still standing in a pretty bright TV studio, but that is just already showing you more of what you can expect when you see it at home. Back to the wheel we'll go, and it's not $99, $89, $79, $99. It's below that, so it's your chance to pick it up if you really want a statement piece. It's one that you will just treasure and you will love forever. And it's not even $6,999 today. We're going to blow it out. It's only $5,999. And yes, go ahead, Jason. The which one? The yellow zigzag. Oh, the zigzag. Okay, good. Sounds good. So we have just the white and the rose left on that zigzag band ring if you'd like to get it. So congratulations and thank you so much. And then we're going to show, I got to go grab that Imperial real quick. I'm going to leave that there for just a moment just to show you the profile, but let me grab that Imperial topaz that Myra picked up, and we'll show that one more time. It was, I don't know if she probably knows our signature mounting at this point. It's always finished on the inside. I know she always wants a finished piece. This is going to be it. And so one more time, this one's spoken for, but there it is. Beautiful stone. Such a perfect blend of those two colors. And there is the inside under gallery. So thank you so much for looking at that brooch. I know not a lot of us do brooches, but I do. I'm a big fan of them, and I think you need one good one. So if you'd like one, let me know. That opal piece, one of a kind. Here's our beautiful Imperial. It's spoken for, but congrats again on that one, and enjoy. It's a great looking stone and a lot of diamond weight too. And then we have a new gold quartz. Let me share this one with you here as we are reaching close to that last hour to kick off. Take a look at this. Gold quartz with a designer diamond mounting around it, and that's going to be item number 11256559. And it sounds lucky. It's a 444 on the gold quartz. Here we go. Lovely piece. It's got a 444. We set this one in 18 karat solid gold, by the way. Stays in the white gold on this one, and it's going to be 59 points in diamonds. I did want to show you the way that it's got those arcs of gold to complete the basket on the inside. There are 3 significant diamonds here on each side, but then 2 more. So it's actually 5 stones. The ones that are set horizontally there, those are 2 together on the outside edges, and then the other 3 are very large, actually a little bit different than regular baguettes. They're more like a trapezoid cut with a very angled side there. So it's a really cool, exciting, different diamond design, and yet all big stones individually. Big diamond weight, yes, but big stones on their own individual level, which is so, so important. And we have one. And gold quartz lovers, it's so rare, but there's such a, we've seen this where the larger stones increase in price, as any gem does. However, with the gold quartz, it's because you get the larger stone. The premise is you're getting a lot more gold content within that stone. That's natural gold in its purest form. That's 24 karat pure gold that you see running through the quartz. So gold is high right now. So it's like, again, I realize we're not talking about gold as in an alloy. We're not talking about gold in a finished piece of jewelry supporting your stone. We're talking about inside the stone, which makes it even more valuable because it's pure gold. It's 24 karat gold. So it does matter as you get into bigger stone sizes. That's why the price tags get to be a little bit bigger, but not here today. I've got one. It's new. It's in the gold there. You see there. I love the almost like architectural design of the sides here, the way that those tapered baguettes are set along the sides. And we're going to take it down really ultra, ultra low here. It's one collar. It's not even going to be, I cannot believe this. How are we making a $59.99 piece so far and dramatically under our cost? It's what we got to do even on the brand new, which is what we're doing right now. So we've got a great piece coming up, but I'll tell you right now, not even $59.99. Let's move this first. I'll make it easy. That one is going to be, you know what, skip it, $19.99. Let's do it. And then William, your request is coming up for your blue sapphire. It is on the way. Gorgeous blue sapphire coming up. This month's birthstone. And let me try this one on. And then speaking of sapphires, we even have a combination of pinks and blues together. That's going to be a lot of fun. Here's the gold quartz. Look at that on the hand. There it is, $444. Tends to look even larger with that cabochon cut. Okay, let's see who's got it. Actually, it looks like we can change the gold color if you want us to. It might take a little extra time, but we can do that for you. Oh, sure. Who was that? Vicky. All right, Vicky, did you miss it? All right, let's show that again. I know it was a little recap from earlier, so we've got the zigzag ring. She picked up the yellow gold, so I'll try that one on, and we'll take a look at it here on the hand. So Vicky, take a look at your screen. There's the zigzag ring on the hand for you that you picked up. We still, by the way, for everyone else, we have the white and the rose, only one of each available. The yellow gold is spoken for, and that's what it looks like on the ring finger. It does work on any finger of the hand. And if you do have access to any of our online feeds, that lives on forever, so you can always go back to the very beginning of the show, and that's where that was. All right, let's go back to our gold quartz, and William had a request, and it's going to be our 112-5519. Tanzanite will be coming up in about 1 minute, but William, we got to get this in. This is a gorgeous, what looks like cashmere, and I'm not talking about your sweater that you're going to bring out for the winter. I'm talking about a cashmere source of mine that actually is produced typically a really velvety, rich-looking blue. And there are very seldom Ceylon stones that actually are Sri Lankan origin stones that look like cashmeres. Cashmeres are really tough to find. They're usually priceless. They're usually in museums only. That's the only place you usually find a cashmere sapphire available. We've had a couple here, but usually they're smaller sizes. This really is the look, and I point that out because that's what tends to be lauded as the best in the world when it comes to the sapphires that are blue colors. We talked about this earlier with the pinky purple that we had. Blue sapphires are, certainly blue is the more common color you get in sapphire. It's the more understood and common, but still with that, it's usually a deep, dark navy blue. They're not all that high value. You can find sapphires for a couple of dollars. They're not gonna look anything like this one, but there are sapphires out there that can be very affordable, and then there are obviously different levels. There are different affordable levels, there are different quality levels. When you get a stone that looks like a cashmere, because it's got a rich, regal, we don't want blues to get too overly saturated, because when they do, that's when they fall in their value. That's when the quality really suffers. When they get into those navy dark midnight blues, we don't want that. Those Thai sapphires, those Kanchanaburi sapphires that you see, usually it's 99% of what you see out anywhere you shop for jewelry, or those really dark, almost like our plasma screen back there, still that television screen, that probably is so old, that's probably a plasma screen. But here's the point, is that we want them more to look like a bright blue, like a sky, than we do the screen behind me. That's what you want. This has it, but in that rich kind of velvety tone. Take a look at it. It's a carat 20. It's got a carat 01 in diamonds in the signature mounting that is fabulous. And here's what it looks like on the inside. Then we'll get to our Tanzanite right after this. This was a quick request we wanted to fit in for anybody who wants it. That's the thing. It's a classic. It's a good looking stone. It should go if I make it really, really, really drop in the price. That's what I'm after. Let's not do it for $49. There's another $5,000 ring that I should be getting $5 grand for. I'm not going to do it. Yellow gold's fine. Rose gold's fine. There's the sapphire as a distance away. Does it lose any of that color? It's on the hand. No, it does not. It's bright as ever. It's got that almost, I say velvety. That implies like a texture. Why is it? But that's really what those cashmeres that are so famed do, is they give it a little bit of almost like a texture, like there would be almost a softness to it, like there's a beautiful effect you get where it's not just, you know, a deep, dark, hazy color. It's got this beautiful richness to it. I'm not going to do 49. Let's blow it out right now. First caller can have it. I know it's a request. We're waiting on the Tanzanite, so I don't have time to auction this, but it doesn't matter. The auction price would still be $3,500 to open. I'll take you lower. We'll make it easy. I'm going to send it out right now for $1,999. It's kind of like our ideal sapphire in one of our truly classic mountings, and it's $19.99. And then it's Tanzanite time. We've got Tanzy time coming up. Looking forward to that. It's always a good time when we can bring you some unbelievable Tanzanite, and that's what we're going to do here. So it's go time on this Sapphire. Let me know if you'd like it. Here we go. Kind of last call here on 60 seconds, then we'll show you the Tanzanite that I'm trying to make a miracle happen with our Tanzanites. Aware that most of us, well, most of you already have one. Maybe you're done. Maybe you say, Tanzanite, I'm good. Thanks so much. I'm done. Well, let me show you what we can do on a 507 Classic that is going to be, I have fought for this. I have been begging when Tanzanite prices are soaring worldwide. Our own prices have admittedly gone up a bit. That is going to change right now because we are in the final days, and I want to show you something that I fought for and advocated for, and I just want everyone who's the new shoppers mostly who have not seen this or not owned it yet, I want to show you what we can do. This is like a Tanzanite, but better. When you talk about size here, it's a 507. Welcome to the show, by the way. If you just tuned in, glad you're with us. We have one short, actually 57 minutes left in the show here. So not a lot of time. A lot of great jewelry, but we're kicking it all off with this one. And this is not like any other Tanzanite. So even if you've seen every Tanzanite presented for the last nearly 6 years, please stick around and wait to see what I have planned for you on this one. It is a classic setting. It is a 5-carat plus oval. It is the blue wing we love that is museum reserve because that's all we have left at this point. Don't have any other regular material left. It's all museum reserve that we've got left. This is your last call. I think that it could be tomorrow that we see our farewell to it forever. I really want to make sure you get in on these stones because my goodness, this is what it's all about. And we have new shoppers by the dozens every single day, every single show. So I want to make sure that it's not too late yet, but we're getting there because this is a stone that you might be new to here, but that's because you're new to the show. It's been here for about 5.5, 6 years, and yet we are approaching final call. This is our 507 oval. It's got diamonds on either side, left and right, east and west. It's a trillion shape of round brilliant diamonds. It's item number 11231778. The Sapphire is still here. And when you get a Tanzanite, do you realize how they were back to back? And that was unintentional because my Sapphire was requested. But when you get a Tanzanite that looks a little bit like a Sapphire at first, that's a really good thing. Because that means your Tanzanite is not just purple, it's got some blues. In the case of Blue Wing Block D Museum Reserve, it's got reds. So this is where trichroism comes to play. And we're so proud this is here. It is just thrilling. I have one great opportunity. Oh, diamond weight. It's 46 points. Want to show you that because there they are, balanced on the sides, really evenly set. Love that it looks almost like, it almost looks like a 3-stone style when you see it on the hand. And Craig, it was $59.99 on that brooch. Yeah, $59.99 on the brooch. So for Craig who's watching, asking about that brooch, it's $59.99, huge blow up. We're gonna do this one right here. Great value coming up, 46 points, almost a half carat in diamonds. Let's take a look at this on the hand. And please, oh please get ready because here is the one to own. Look at that side to side. It reminds me so much of what we saw in the balanced setting of the diaspore we had last hour. It looks a lot like that with the beautiful symmetry it gives. Nobody's on the lines, and that's okay. Because when we get down to this price, because all I saw and everything I've been showing you for the last several months has been $600, $700, $800 a carat. And that's still the greatest value anybody's gonna give you on any Tanzanite. But see, with this critical time upon us here, where we're about to say farewell to this material that has been beloved, that really should have all gone to a museum in the first place. And yet we chose to share them with you all. We have an incredible collection of gems that we basically select from every day to make this great jewelry for you. And yet here is the Tanzanite that belongs in a museum. It's yours for the taking. It is the last final few stones we have. There's just, I wish this could go on forever and ever and ever. Of course it cannot. We understand that. This is your chance to pick it up. And before we say $49.99 on this one, same price as the Sapphire. Ended up bringing the Sapphire down, but that was a 1 carat 20. Here's the beautiful blues and the purples and the neon reds that only Tanzanite can give. That's really the only stone in the world that does this. I am on a mission, having introduced this to you back in December of 2018. That's a while ago. A lot has transpired in those last nearly 6 years since I was up here on this very set, on this very table with that very, very material for the first time ever. And since it has been kind of the talk of the entire jewelry and gem world, and it has been still, I do think that when I look back and reflect on a long career of doing this every day, I do think that there's a top 10 of moments I've had that have been really honored moments that not a lot of people would get, even people who have done this for a long time like I have. And I got to tell you, Blue Wing Block D is right up there. I think just the opportunity to share this with you, to tell you about it, to show it, to try it on, to give you the details of why it's so important, I think it will forever be one of the proudest moments of my very long tenured career in this business. And yet I'm going to tell you something. As we get ready to say goodbye, if you don't have one of these, it's a great chance to pick one up. If you are waiting for one, if maybe just some of what we have are a little too flowery or a little too over the top, or maybe they've got too much diamond weight, or maybe they're too big, most of what we've had of late have been 15 and 20 and 25 carats. That doesn't work for everybody, right? Not for everyday wear. I will tell you, having dealt with thousands of customers here at TVON, literally millions of customers in my career, I will tell you right now that the 4 and the 5 carats are usually what everyone asks for the most wearability. For everyday wear, for versatility, it's usually the 4 and 5 where people want to be. So you're getting that in this stone. It is fabulous in quality. I need to blow it out because, yeah, we all know the per carats right now. At this rate, it's at 1,000 a carat. You are never going to pay that because I've spoiled you rotten for the last, and I'm proud. I am proud to say I have spoiled you in great values, right? That's been kind of part of the honor, is being able to bring really high quality material at tiny prices. But when it comes down to it, we seem to just want to get better and better and better. And you guys want us to go more backwards every day with our price tags. And I'm going to do that right now, where you don't have to pay $39 and you don't have to pay $29.99 to get this incredible 5 carat 07, and just FYI, $29.99 on a 5 carat plus stone. It's better than anyone else in the world's going to give you. We're going to make this easy. White, yellow, or rose. Look at the size of those diamonds, by the way. They're making an impact. A lot of times you'll see a 1 carat diamond weight, but the diamonds are much smaller individually. That's not the case here. Big individual stones making up that trillion shape on the sides. How about we take it even lower than $2,500? I'm here to move it, and this is what we've been talking about. A classic for our top of the hour at $24.99. We're looking at just $490 a carat. Who's doing that with free gold? Not no diamonds, but nearly a half carat in the diamonds. White, yellow, rose in your size, all the extras that everyone else charges you for, and they should, by the way. I'm never going to disparage what everyone else is doing. Everybody's doing their best. There are great values. Like I said before, if you've made it in this business at this point, the TV business is changing rapidly. If you're still selling jewelry on TV, or anything on TV for that matter, you're doing something right. But the facts are the facts, and nobody else has this quality, and everybody else's prices are higher. And $600 a carat is a great deal. $500 a carat is a great deal on the regular material. This is at $490 a carat right now. Nobody's going to touch that price. And we're not just giving you no diamonds or no gold with sterling silver settings and things like that, or really, really poor quality diamonds. We're bringing you deluxe. This stone deserves it. You got to dress it up. You got to get everything you can, right? That's what we do. And we're so, so strict about that. And yet you're not paying $24.99 or $23.99 or $22.99. This is how we kick off the final hour of our Saturday. When we are in the last final days of Blue Wing Block D, it means the museum reserve is almost gone, almost depleted, almost completely gone. Is there going to be anything left for a museum? It's not looking good. Maybe the 30 carat stone, maybe the 27 carat stone I've had before. But other than that, I don't think they're going to be left behind. So the museums get nothing because you do. And that's a beautiful thing. It's not even 22. It's not $21.99. We are truly blowing it out. And this is one of the best per carats I have ever been able to bring you. Ever. Even before we started bringing out the museum reserves, the prices per carat were higher. And they're all gone. They're being loved and enjoyed and collected by shoppers across this world. And this is the only place. Exclusive means exclusive. It means we are the only place. I'm sure eventually some of our TVON shoppers might release them into the consignment world or the secondary market, or maybe they'll be up in auction, and you know, that's your right to do. you're able, you can do whatever you want. If you want to resell it, you can resell it. If you can get more money for it, I have, most of our shoppers do that. I will tell you right now, sell to friends, sell to family members, sell to clients, sell to their own customers, because they can't make jewelry for this price. And we're not at $22.99. If you don't have one yet, please try it before it's gone, because I would hate for this to go away without you getting an example, a fine example of what this stone is all about, and it's not going to be $22.99. I don't know where we got that price, but here's what I'll do right now. It's going to be $1,999. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just make it happen. It was up there. Let's do it. Fine. It's cool. Let's make it happen for you. And that's going to be gone in a matter of probably 60 seconds. $19.99. Let's see who's got it. And then we're going to show you some sapphire combinations that we have as well. Yes.
Can you show the back?
Of course. Here's the inside of the ring. And that's going to be the inside where you see that all three sections behind your stone, meaning the stone, and then of course the sides, that's all one foundation of gold that you have that's going to sit it up a little bit. It's elevating it so that you can keep that way. You can't see from this angle, but you can from this angle. You can see that the culet has to be elevated up over the hand. It is $1,999. 30 seconds left. We'll see who's got it. Then we're going to move right along. We still have Congolese stones. The sapphire is still here. We had, now for the same price, you can get the sapphire. So let me show you the comparison here. If you want the blue sapphire that we had before this, that's what, again, sapphires and Tanzanite are completely different, but they share a similar color when you get top quality in each. You see that? So there's a lot of you that say, I'm going to go with the bigger stone, and those were the same exact price, $19.99 for your choice up. So you can go with the Tanzanite option, which is on the right. You can go with the 120 sapphire option, which is on the left, and you can choose your favorite. Pick your favorite, whatever you want. Let's get requests going too. We've got only a few minutes left in the show. We would love your requests today if there's anything we can share with you. I do have a really cool, speaking of sapphires, band ring with the blues and the pink together. This ring just is fabulous on. Wait till you see this on the hand. It's so pretty. And we got a last call on the show, guys. We got 45 minutes left, not a lot of time. That's what that sapphire ring looks like. You want to do something cool with that? It's a big ring. It's almost like you've stacked multiple rings together. I love the cutout work it has. Those are marquise pinks. We even brought a single pink sapphire earlier. It was $4,000. Let's bring you a bunch of pink sapphires and blues and diamonds. Bring it out right now. So Tanzanite's here, sapphire's here. Jason, you don't have that Tanzanite yet? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the sapphire ring that you saw in my hand just now. Such a pretty, look at that, all that detail. It's like hearts and scrolls on the side. Looks good, doesn't it? 112, or actually 111, 9205 is here for you and showing you the details on how this is set, because it's going to meet up. The points of the marquise cuts are going to meet up with those round blue sapphires. I'm one of those freaky people that loves combinations. I love combinations. I just love seeing different stones together. I think there's a few of us out there, right? It's got to be, you know, I think that we're all like, again, if you like jewelry, you like jewelry, right? And we all have our own different styles. Let me get that wheel fired up again. But that's going to be a very special blue sapphire, pink sapphire, diamond combination that we have that can be done in the white or the yellow. I have both colors ready to go. No rose, just white or yellow. I have one of each. So holler at me when you know which one you want, because it's going to be affordable. And the reason we sometimes get, because we want to bring different, we want to bring bold, and then sometimes we go all out and make these more unusual styles. And then, well, suddenly we've got all these different pink sapphires and all these blue sapphires and all these diamonds and then a whole lot of gold because you have that wide band ring. And it got to be $5,999. And none of you say, that's a good value, because we're not used to seeing $59.99 on the show. We just don't. We try to get away from that. We try to avoid that. So here's where all that quality is there. We went over the top on the quality here. We gave you a carat 22 in pinks. We gave you the 39 points in the blues. It's the matching of them. It's not easy. You don't just scoop into a bucket of gems and dump them out and have them all match in cut and clarity and color. That's why pieces like this cost a fortune, because they're tough to put together. They're tough to make. It doesn't matter now. I got to sell it. We got to move jewelry in 45 minutes. We got to move like 350 pieces. We can do it. But I'm going to need to move faster, which means lower prices. Otherwise, they sit here and you go, let's make it move. Yes? You know what? Let's ask them in the back. Victor, can we bring out the white gold? Why do we have them made up and not out here? I don't know. But I don't know. I have no idea. But here's what I'm going to do. Let's try to bring out the white gold because it's going to look totally different. I've seen it, but you guys need to see it. Let's go ahead and get this out the door, though. And again, white, yellow, whichever one you want. I need to move it, though, and $59.99 or half off at $3,000 or even $2,000 is probably not going to work today. So let's just make it simple and easy and blow it out right now for $999, and the white gold's on the way. So it's just simple and easy, and it's either that or dismantle it and take it apart. I don't want to do that. Our jewelers have enough to do. So let's just make it simple and easy at $999, super special value there. And again, the way it looks on the hand is even better because that's when you see the beauty of this negative space that's created by having the cutouts the way it does. Let's take a look at it. And then you can see it on the hand here. Lined with, that's where you get your blue sapphires and diamonds alternating top and bottom. Then you get the marquise. How about that? 5 consistent pure pinks. Oh, thank you so much. This is going to be so helpful. Here's the white gold. Look how different it looks in the white, doesn't it? So that's what they look like together, and then you'll see them up close side by side so you can choose white or yellow. Look at, to me, for some reason, don't the blues just pop a little more in the white gold? So it's almost like if you want to emphasize the blues of the sapphires, maybe you go with the white gold. I don't know, it's just my take on it, but there's each one, white or yellow, 60 seconds. Those are very pretty for $9.99. It's almost like creating a harlequin pattern. Okay, no takers on those? All right. Well, we'll melt them. Oh, we could get real creative with how we set up those stones. I mean, all those stones. Think of it. The matching on marquise cuts in a pink, it's rare. It's tough to do. Anybody? White, yellow? Nope? Okay, we'll move on. $9.99. Oh, boy. Oh, no. I started a line recently with a designer, and it's I must admit it's going to be some sterling silver, and I just the price tags on sterling silver right now by itself are more money than I sell gold for here. It's so crazy affordable what we do. I cannot say enough about it, which is why at the end of the day we'll be glad to melt them down because we got all the stones, we can still play with those. But then there's more gold right now just by melting down the gold and repurposing it. It's smarter for us to do that because gold is so costly right now, right? It's better to just melt it down at this point. So $9.99, let's go ahead and move on. Jason, did you take one of these? Okay. Yeah, questions? Oh, good. Is she shopping today too? Oh, what'd she pick up? Oh, very nice. Hi, Tracy. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to move on. We've got the yellow diamond piece still to come because I can't be here and not have a 1 carat yellow diamond. I'm going to bring you one. But then I was looking at this amazing Congolese emerald cut, $458. I know it's not inexpensive because all my little itty bitty emerald cuts that I've had in the last couple of days had been big money. $19.99 for the 1 carat. We had that $2,500 for the carat and a half. This is my $458. Looks like Paraiba. Do we dare? Do we put this on the screen? Do we give it an item number? Do we auction it off? I'm ready to make it happen. That's my $458 elegance in a gem. Okay, those have got to go. Let's take a look at this. I guess I am the only one who likes a combination ring. Every time I'm like, ooh, look at this. And you're like, man, no. I love them, but you know, I'm weird that way. All right, here we go. 1125758. We're bringing it out. The big Paraiba look from a tourmaline that's from the Congo. So copper, we don't know. We don't know yet. Too new, too fresh, too updated. Hasn't been enough material mined to get all the testing done. Nobody's willing to put up the millions of dollars to even do the testing because that's costly, like things are, right? So this is our 458. I know it's a big stone, but we kept it classic here, lined it with diamonds, gave it the halo. You've got 50 points in the diamonds. 50 exactly. How about that half carat look? Stunning. We just want to help you. Let's help one caller own it. 458's a big size if, and I do actually have a Paraiba that is that size in our collection. The problem is that I don't bother showing it much because it's you guys would laugh at me if you saw the price. It's like $72,000 base price. That's the best we can do. So it's a little pricey to get in that size if you know you have copper. So I just say let's roll with it. Let's hope it does. If it doesn't, guess what? It still looks like it does. So it kind of doesn't matter. as much as just if you're looking at jewelry from a visual standpoint, you want it to resonate with you, you want to love the color, you want to enjoy the beauty of the color, you got it here. And it's still neon. It's still neon. It's blues and greens together. It's that lengthy emerald cut, which is showing off the clarity, because there's no better way. If you've got a super clean stone and it's rare to get that clarity, no better way to show that off than having the luxury of the emerald cut like this is. A tower of tourmaline, if you will, an elongated stone. Let's check it out on the hand here. White, yellow, or rose gold, whatever you like, but look how stunning, and that's what it does. Just lights up. It glows. Do we like it already? You know what? We've got a caller already on the phone lines. I invite you to do the same if you're digging it. If you love that stone, call me now. We don't have to get $69.99. I could. We could also kind of keep it in line with what else is happening today and do an extra special discount. Now, this is brand new. This wasn't technically one of my museum moments here, but let's pretend it is. Let's just blow it out. Not $69.99. Look what that does. And why this is fascinating to me, because the tourmaline is blues and greens. Yet when I pop it up to the eye level and you see those facets light up, I know I'm not the only one. Do you see the golden colors that just play off some of those individual step facets? Do you see it? Goldens, in addition to the blues, in addition to the greens. Well, everybody. Allison, were you thinking about this one? I have a special treat. And they've got the right idea, because what we're looking at is divine. And I am going to try with all of my might to make this very large, very rare stone affordable. And how do we do it? First caller situation, no longer $69.99. I was going to auction it at $4,500 to start. I'm going to skip it. Takes too long. We have 35 minutes left in our Saturday, and we see you tomorrow morning. But none of this jewelry is going to be here tomorrow morning. This is the time to take what you love and not spend $45, not spend $35, which is your half off. This is brand new right now. You've not seen it before. It's not one of those that's been here for years and we got to find a way to get. This is the beautiful material that no matter what goes out usually on its first airing, no matter where it's priced, and that's the accurate price. That's where it should be. We're not asking for $35. I'm not asking for $3,000. I'm not asking for $29.99. Somebody will get this ring 100%. Guaranteed, has no option to stay here. Can't stay here. It's our $458. Do you remember on Wednesday and Thursday, I had each of those days a tiny emerald cut in comparison. I had a carat and a carat and a half, and they were over $2,000. Well, now this is just a couple $100 more, but it's 4 times the size. And it's not even $29.99. That's not doing it. So let's make it better. Let's not even ask for $2,500. Even better, first caller situation. So come on in. You can always hang up if it's not for you. But the way I'm going with these prices, you don't want to wait, because then somebody's going to take it. And we don't want you to miss out. And it's not going to be 25 or 24 or 23 or 22.99. Let's make it so much more affordable right now. And the first caller will get it. And you can still change the gold, and we're still going to get you your size. So try to think outside the box. It doesn't have to stay in the white gold, doesn't have to stay in the size 6 it's in. We can do whatever you need, but it's also not going to be 22 or 21 or $2,000. I'll blow it out for $19.99 on the $458. We just made the $458 a better price than the carat and a half was in 60 seconds. And then we have a yellow diamond. I also have an earring special wheel that's coming up. Some of our bigger, better earrings are here. We've got the Paraiba. This is a 261 if anybody's looking for it. But the thing is, this Paraiba, yeah, I'm not even going to show it. Why? Why would you spend $60,000 on a Paraiba that is half the size of this one when you got this one for $19.99? Oh, these Congolese stones, they have my heart. And I'm a Paraiba collector from way back. I have one of the biggest collections of Paraiba, so they say, in the world, because I've been collecting them since 2004 when they were, you know, much, much more affordable than they are today. And they've continued to expand and continue to increase in price because they're mined out. Nobody expected that to happen as quickly as it did. And so to get, you know, any of these stones that look like Paraiba or are Paraiba, either way, are very, very special. That one is here, my friends. Okay, so we're gonna get to something very, very cool. And we still have those sapphire combinations. We still have our blue sapphire ring. I'm gonna show you the earring wheel. We're gonna finish off with the yellow diamond, and we're gonna be done, and we'll see you tomorrow. But we've got a very important value coming up. I do wanna recap some items. We have the heart-shaped Tanzanite and the hourglass Tanzanite in pendants. I did also have, okay, speaking of Paraiba though, if you wanna go Paraiba, look at this stone. This is the 141 copper bearing stone in the saddle that I got really excited about. I showed it early. We're gonna get you this one for an incredible value. This was 1125755. The Congo is here. This oval green blue is also here, but I think I just showed it too early because I thought it'd go. It's a really pretty saddle mounting. It's a 141. This one is confirmed copper bearing, so you know that going in. So if you are saying, no, I want the collector's Paraiba and I want to be certain of it, here's where you go. And you get this one for the 93 points in diamonds that saddle ring brings, and we've got it for $69.99 until now, because I'm going to bring it back down to that crazy low price and make it $2,699 instead. If you have any requests whatsoever, we are down to 32 minutes in the show. So I would love to get you a request. Like, what is it you want to see? What can we bring out from the vault? What piece would you like to have a discount on today? Those are the questions that are really pertinent for our last 32 minutes, so we can get you what you love. I am showing you great jewelry. A lot of it's hanging out here. We're going to make sure we get you the earring wheel next, our discount wheel, and then you know what happens at the end of the day. Pieces start to go. Everyone makes those final choices of what they'd like. And we got 3 pairs of earrings here that I never show, because I don't believe, as just, you know, it's just a lot of experience working against me. A lot of you don't buy $7,000 pairs of earrings. Every one of these earrings were $7,000 or more. Let's take a look at starting with big Alexandrites. Don't worry about the $7,000 price tag. This is part of our museum meltdown, where I decided it would be more economical with the airtime to show you trios of pieces like we did with our Imperials earlier, like we're doing now with the earrings that I have in Alexandrites, like I have the big Mandarin Garnets coming up. They're Asher cuts. And then we'll show you some very special gold quartz coming up as well. Here are the Mandarins. Here are the gold quartz. The gold quartz will be rounds, and they have diamonds all around them. Okay, so which earring is it going to be that catches your eye, that gives you the feels, right? The really like, I got to have it. That is what jewelry should elicit a reaction like that. I just got to have it. That's what this is all about. But these are high-end. This is why we refrain from showing them. I don't know many of you guys that are looking for $7,000 earrings, and yet sometimes we make these really outstanding, extra decadent pieces. And when you're matching up stones like this, and they're rare as they are, and they are even in the gold quartz, they're a coordinating set. It's not a perfect match in gold quartz because there are no two that are able to be alike. Same thing goes usually with Mandarins and usually with Alexandrites, because you have so many different features of the stone that have to match. This is where our $7,000, it's a Museum Meltdown earring edition. We've got the 3 pairs of earrings that are each one of a kind. When they go, they go. We've got the Mandarin Garnets on your far right. Those are Asher cuts. Get this, you're getting 3.5 carats of your Mandarin Garnets surrounded by the halo. We have the big 18 karat gold quartz. That's 540 of the gold quartz. They're in the rounds. They give you the baguettes around them, so it's a different way to do a halo with the baguettes bookended by gold. They stay in the yellow. We have the Alexandrites. The Alexandrites, one of the most premium stones the world has ever offered us. It's like Mother Nature's limited edition, and it's 100% color change, but each of those stones, 60 points plus. 120 total in the Alexandrites, in the diamonds as well around them, and that's kind of a breakdown. So again, carat 21 here in your Alexandrites, 37 points in diamonds. The Mandarin Garnet, 3.5 carat of Ashers, and that means they are a carat 75 each. And that's going to be 22 points in diamonds. And then the gold quartz right here. The rounds, 540 in the gold quartz, stays in the yellow gold. The other two can be switched. This stays in the yellow. That's 540, 18 karat, 63 points in all baguettes around them. Centered post on each and every one of them. It'll be centered posts and butterfly backings. And now, yes, gold quartz. I'm going to try them all on for you as well so you can get an idea of what they look like. 112, 45, 23 first. They're the largest up there. Let's measure them for you. Here's what they look like from a distance. Oh, the way that those baguettes shine, that's something else. Get ready. One pair of gold quartz earrings here. Look at that. 1/2 inch in diameter. Again, centered post, so there's no right or wrong way to wear them. Here's what they look like from a distance away, just to give you an idea of what that looks like. So you can see how bold. That's, again, that great designer style we love. Let's go back to the wheel. We're going to show you also the Alexandrites, the Mandarin Garnets. Which one you like? That's up to you. All the same price. They got to go. We're going to take them way down, under. Okay, so $69.99 is the price tag. Originally. Does not matter. It's a lot of money to spend on one piece of jewelry, I think. Granted, there are people that do it every day, and that's good for them. For the rest of us, you go, no, we got to be a little more budget conscious, but you want the good stuff. You don't want to compromise quality. Please don't. These are pieces you're going to have for a lifetime. These are the collector's stones. I don't want to do even $1,999. I've had very little success with that price tag today. So how about we just make it just an adjustment here? I will make them less, and they'll all go. There's only one pair of each. When they're gone, they're gone. Just say the word. The only ones that have to stay in the gold color they're in is the gold quartz. Everything else changes for you. And if you would like, we're going to take them lower than even $18.99. It is your one and only chance to get them. They're all, again, you know what meltdown means. It means that if they are to last this value, they actually, the stones get extracted from the pieces, they get set aside, the gold gets melted down so we can then make new jewelry with that gold and try to give you the values you seek. Because if we're buying gold at today's price, we can't adhere to the values that you know and love. So this is where you get a different deal, and we're going to make them $18.88 because that is the best value we can possibly make any one of those 3 pairs of earrings, and they are all for 60 seconds only, and that's it. Then we'll get to our yellow diamond, and we're rapidly running out of time. $18.88 per pair. And then we've got Mandarin, and then we've got yellow diamond, and then we've got the big rubies here, the 2-carater. We've got a 2-carat Paraiba if you're interested. We have a chameleon diamond that's a carat 21 if you're interested. But it is our very last call on those 3 earrings, and again, we will be taking them apart if they last the next couple of seconds here. So it's the last call to get them home. It's the last call to pick them up, and you still have a money-back guarantee. Hey, do we have any poodle owners out there? I'm just curious because there is also a markdown on this incredible carved piece. Look at that, tourmaline carved. Just, I know that's a specific piece, pretty specific. But just to let you know, if we have any Malaya garnet lovers out there, if we have a museum rubellite lover, I have a 35-carat rubellite. I have a Marquise cut diamond solitaire ring. If any of that sounds good, we've got a lot here to show you, but not a lot of time left. Here's the Marquise ring in the band. Oh, it's a great ring. Great ring. So it's last call on our show. Let's get to the yellow diamond, and oh boy, it's come down to this. We got a moment here where we've got to find a way to move the big yellow diamond that we have. The updated prices are in. The wholesale world are seeing 1-carat yellow diamonds being sold right now as we speak for $14,500 for a 1-carat loose stone. Well, I'm here to bring you a better value so you don't have to travel. The plane tickets to get to the wholesale trade show right now would be about 5 times the price I'm charging for the ring just to get you there. Then you got to flash your resale license. You got to be a credentialed, registered reseller to get in the door. And then after all that, you're going to spend $14,500 to get yourself a 1-carat yellow diamond. I have a better way. I have a more convenient way. I have a way where you can sit on your couch and you can give us a phone call and we're going to give you a ring. And you decide if you like it or not once it arrives home, not on the spot of having to have a sales associate telling you, do you like it? Do you like it? Do you like it? Do you like it? And then you're stuck with it forever. You get to decide. Get it home, see what it's all about, get it appraised. Our yellow diamonds are our standout. They're our best value. I give you a lot of values, I believe, on a lot of great pieces, but I think the yellow diamonds are where we really do excel the most when it comes to value is because they're so expensive everywhere else in the world, and here they're not. They're just not. They're not expensive, but again, with everything shifting and changing in the environment we're in, things have to change eventually. 1125591 is your item number. This is a signature style that was the very first time we ever brought a yellow diamond. It was in this very mounting, but it was all white diamonds. We've since upgraded it with the yellow and the white diamonds. I will give you a value. It's 101 in the center. That is a VS center cushion cut square. It is also 21 points of yellow diamonds around it. They're very bright. These are all really what would be considered vivid yellow diamonds in the trade. And then you've got a carat 17 in white diamonds. A full grand total of 2 carats 39, looking like this on the hand, taking that cushion cut and really emphasizing it here with the design itself, as you see. And that is just looking so, so, so good, doesn't it? And we're going to make this $6,500 ring. That was 6.5 years ago. Not making it $6,500. And we've upgraded it. That's not just white diamonds anymore. It's yellow diamonds with it. And we're proud, proud, proud to be able to do that here. Proud that we can bring you a value like this. But the yellow diamonds, I've honestly gotten word, obviously, it's not going to be responsible for us to go buy yellow diamonds. One of the things we're seeking by being at the wholesale trade show that's happening in Hong Kong currently is to try and get some of the stones we don't have. That would be yellow diamonds. We don't have any more. We have always shown you, and that's the other thing, is going forward, the stones that you would buy now would not be from the Argyle mine. Our stones are from an older collection, so they are from the Argyle mine, which is the top source that has produced fancy colors. But notice I said has, not does, because it's past tense. They are mined out. So now we're bringing you the big stone here in this incredible size, 101. Remember, it's 239 overall. Big mounting, classic style, yes. The heart shape? Sure, we showed it earlier. We can show it again. You got it, Linda. Did you miss it then, Linda? The heart-shaped Tanzanite? It's the 1575 is the one I'm referring to. So let me know if you want to see that again. I do have other ones. They're just larger. There's going to be, we have an oval that's 19 carats. We've got some 27 carat stones as well. So we do have some others, but they get a little bit more steep. But we'll show it to you. I bet that's Linda B, I bet. Is it Linda B? Yeah, it's not going to fit her criteria. Linda and I have been working together for some time to try and find her the right stone. Linda, it's not going to be the one that I think the price point that you're needing, because that's it right there. This is the one we had earlier, the heart shape. It's the 1575. So yeah, Linda, you didn't miss much. I would have let you know if it was in your price point, but because I know what she's looking for. But this is the 1575 heart shape. It does have the heart shaped diamonds. So as a recap for anybody who maybe missed it earlier in the full presentation, it does have the 50 points in the heart shapes. And it does have the 1575 in the stone itself, and it's all 18 karat gold. And if you'd like that one, you got it down to $79.99. It is our lowest price, by the way, that one will be. So that's a great looking heart shape. So yes, $79.99 on a 1575. As far as our yellow diamond is concerned, that is going to be a $79.99. Interesting. This one started at $79.99 because the 6,500 I'm referring to is way back when. If you were with me, first of all, kudos if you were with me back then. We made it was a big deal at the time because we at the time, 6.5 years ago, had never had a yellow diamond before on the show. Never. That was the first time we had a yellow diamond, and it was in this mounting, but this has since been upgraded with the yellow and the white diamonds. What that does, by the way, is a nice little trick of the trade to make it look like you're wearing a much larger yellow, because when you have the halo match around it, it frames it so it looks to the eye like your diamond is triple the size. It looks like you're wearing a 3-carat diamond instead of a 1-carat diamond, which a lot of us like, because I have some 3-carat yellows right now in stock, but they're $25,000, $30,000. So maybe if that's not in budget, this gives you kind of that trick where it gives you a more affordable price, but you get the great look. Not $65, not even going to be $3,000. I'm on the mission here to move everything we can show you, everything we can do in 19 minutes. How about we take this down below 65, below 3,000, which no yellow diamond does anymore, but I'm going to try to give this my best shot here. And we've got a great looking piece that is classic as can be, and it is going to be, forget about $29.99, we got a deal for you. It's just come to that time of the day when something else has got to go before we do here, and we're running out of time. So it's requiring some bigger discounted prices, some amazing discounts. You're getting them now, and we're taking this down below. You know what? Just move it on out. $28.88, it's not. We will not even ask for $27.99. This is a colossal amount of diamonds. It's a very large center stone. It's the VS cushion cut square. It is not $27.99. I have seen it all, you guys. I've seen it all. I've sold it all. I've seen it all. I'm the only one. I've done more hours of live jewelry shopping than anybody on the planet, guys. This is where I've sold $1 billion, a billion with a B, $1 billion worth of jewelry. I've seen it all. And just when you think everywhere else, a lot of you said, nope, can't do fine jewelry anymore, low, the prices are too high. Well, this is where, again, forget about what's happening elsewhere. Forget about what's happening in the rest of the world. We are making values happen that nobody else does, and even the wholesale trade that is gathered. The entire community of gemstone and diamond wholesalers are gathered right now as we speak in Hong Kong, having it is the biggest trade show that happens for gems. It's the international hub for where all of the gem and diamond world descend for a few days and trade stones, right? Swap stones, trade stones, buy stones, they set the price. For the wholesale environment, we are giving you a better than wholesale price by a mile, and it's not even $27.99. If you'd like to get it, and again, you let me know what you'd like to see, because I got boxes and boxes and boxes filled with jewelry. So you let me know if you want to guide me as to what you want to see, that's helpful, because we only have 17 minutes, and this one's still here, and it's not going to be $27.99. Take a look at it. We got to move it. It's got to go. It's not going to be even $27.99. That's crazy. Even just for the center stone, we'll make it $2,777. That's not a TVON price. That's an end of Saturday exasperation price tag right there. That's what that is. That is a moment. And then we have the diamond bar necklace. Sleek, stylish, high-end, princess cuts. Yes, fit for a queen. Look at that work. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Wait till you see this. Oh, I love this piece. That's just special. Look at this. Marilani Mint lovers. Hey, Tony, somewhere in the vault of photographs, there's a photograph of this piece with its change of color. It's a Marilani Mint. I mentioned these earlier when we had Sapphire. That's a Marilani Mint color changing. Oh, yeah, we're going to sell this. Okay, let's go dirt cheap on this one. And the yellow diamond should be gone. Look at this. This is outstanding. Marilani Mint 1118037. Check that out. Look at that. That's Marilani Mint Garnet. Changes color from green to red. So as beautiful as it is, it gets better. Carat 03 on the stone, 46 points in the yellow diamonds, 82 points in the white diamonds. Well, this is about as deluxe as it gets. Look at how beautiful from the inside on out. Finished to perfection, triple row in the yellow, the white, and then the yellow again. Then you got the bail. That's done in diamonds too. And are you kidding me? I'm going to make this one disappear? Maybe my next career is in magic. Can we just make it disappear? Do we have the photo? I'm going to see if we can look for it, because under incandescent light, this greenstone goes purely red. Pure red. Purely. And this is that rare there's a Tanzanian mine called the Marilani. This is very close to the Tanzanite mine, by the way. The Marilani Hills is where the Tanzanite mine is. Right there at the base, the foothills of Marilani, you know that's the foothills of Mount Kilimanjaro. This is a very, very close in proximity. We're talking about an adjacent mine that is giving us a color-changing garnet. We have the photograph. Here it is. This is the garnet. Look at that. That's under, you can see it. And by the way, I always get this question every time we show a photograph under UV light. Lolo, why do some of the diamonds light up as blue? You guys all see it, right? So about 30, and this is true, about 30% of the world's diamonds have boron. If they have boron, they can fluoresce under incandescent light. And about, well, I wouldn't say 30%, but a percentage of those diamonds that are in the white diamonds here actually do, and you see the yellows don't do it, but the beautiful ones you see lit up blue, those are the stones that have a presence of boron. We would never know that until it's under UV light. So that explains that, okay? So just a little tip and tidbit for you. But then as we look at the piece here, so that green goes to red. That's the same piece photographed under UV light. Now we're going to talk about this one being a blowout on just a beautiful piece. I mean, forget what it does and look at how pretty it's going to be on from a distance away, and then I'll show it on the neckline. This is going to be a total of 1 inch in drop. I love that the diamonds complete the bail as well. You have the two-tone gold. It stays as is. We have one only. There it is at 1 inch top to bottom. Let's take it on over to the neckline. We'll show you there. It's not going to last. We know that. And then to think that if you're in the presence of incandescent lighting, it's going to go to red. How cool is that? It's what only a few other gems in the world do. A color changing gem. Impressive, right? And yet it's going to be, this has been $79.99 for the longest time. And another one of those museum meltdowns for you where we're just going to take it down. And again, if it doesn't sell, we melt it down. It's that simple. It's a meltdown in price so that we can try and not melt it down. That's the goal. That's the idea. I'll make it $2,900. Not, you know what, skip it. Not even do 29. Not 28, not 27, not 26, not 25. Really want to move this rare gem in a colossal amount of diamonds. I mean, you know, you get in 1.25 carats in diamonds or thereabouts. It is one only as is. The yellow diamonds are a huge upgrade. You got almost a 1/2 carat there. And this is going to be $2,499. Say goodbye to that one. That's a really cool piece. It's been here forever. I mean, we introduced these, not literally, because we introduced these about 3 years ago. And there were only, I think there were 26 stones individually. I think that was it. And so to have one of the last ones remaining, and it's in a pendant, if you're lucky enough to have a ring, great piece to go with a ring that you have because they will match. There's a consistency to the colors being that very stark minty green they have. And then of course the color changing, $24.99. Let's show Colleen's request. Colleen, thank you for this request. We'd love to get a few more as well before we go. Here's a great ring. And again, requesters, I don't think we've had a requester take anything today, I don't think, that they've asked for. I'm going to try to do a little light. Let's see if we can darken the lights a little bit because I want to show you 1125730, which is a crystal opal. It's a round. I'm going to just go ahead and block one of the lights here just manually, just because, A, it feels good because it's warmth on my hands, but it's also our 210, and it gives you a little more true to life color. If I block the other light, you can see there, and it's still going to get better because I'm only able to block one light at a time here. But this is going to be our 210 crystal opal, which looks double. And then it's got the diamonds right down the sides to keep that mounting really classic. And then you also happen to have a great round stone. Now, it's one of our few crystal opals in stock. There are some black opals. We saw a beautiful boulder opal earlier, but it was also, what, $6,000 for a brooch. This is going to give you that great value in a ring. October's birthstone, just FYI. Every color of the rainbow. So many crystal opals really fail when it comes to giving play of color. Play of color is kind of that opportunity where the color dances a bit, where you're supposed to get multiple colors, but a good opal, it's only going to be the best opal if it gives every single color of the rainbow. So that means the reds, the oranges, the yellows, the greens, the blues and the indigos and the violets. Those are the primary colors of the rainbow that a great opal should have. And it has to have all those colors if you want to get a really fine opal. This has it all in almost like a neon variation. And then the diamonds down the sides, your choice of white, yellow, or rose gold. And how about this for a great value? It's just because it's, you know, kind of a fun piece here that we haven't had all day and haven't seen anything like this in a while. Certainly don't have a lot of crystal opals. Here's the chance to pick it up, yet I will blow it out. And watch this on the hand because it's going to look a lot bigger than it weighs. We know that. Look how pretty. I wish you could see what I'm seeing. That's the shame of it. What I'm looking at right now is so much more impactful than what I'm even able to show you with every bit of, I'm trying to help it out here, but there's kind of a leap of faith you got to take when you shop a crystal opal off TV, because TV environments don't allow these stones to look their best or to give their all. But it's there, and the diamond weight is 31 points, and it's the 4-prong style in the structured basket, which is going to protect it well. You see the colors that come through the profile, the sides, every which way, even the back. It's a through and through, and look, we get a nice finishing, but we still let you look in to see the colors on the underside. And I have got to make it affordable. That's not going to be $28.99 today. Not going to be. Not going to be. Let's make it easy. First caller can have it for $999. That's it. And that is crystal opal perfection. Doesn't have that yellow base. I'm not a big fan of the ones that get yellowy. I just think that, and I know I've spoken to so many of you over the years, you're not either. Usually you want those almost pure. You want it to be like colorless and just let all the play of color do the talking. That's what's more important. Let the bright neon pinks, reds, oranges, yellows, greens, blues, those purple tones as well. Let it all come through and see it all almost as if it's layered together, as if you're getting all the colors at once together. And every time it moves, you guys remember mood rings, right? That's what this is like, except it's all the moods in one, right? You don't have to waver. Okay, I'm this color right now and this color right now. And this is just all of that color. The rainbow colors all layered together at once. Can we help you with anything before the day ends? All right, last call on the show. We've got a lot of items still here. I'll do a recap for you, just in case you've missed some of the show. We'll show you a few of the pieces we have left remaining for you today, including a blue sapphire and a Mandarin garnet. And we'll get you everything really affordable. I think our Congolese tourmaline, our little lightning bolt band rings, which I think are the coolest thing. I'm going to buy anything that's left in those band rings because I love it. Anything else, guys, that we can show you before we go? Colleen's the requester. Nobody's taken this yet, though. You do not have to be the requester. It's a first come, first serve basis. So let's show you, in addition to the opal, what else is available. We have the, I'm sorry, that one's not available. I only have the white and the yellow, rose gold left here on this lightning bolt ring, but it's really a zigzag ring. It's not, lightning bolt almost implies that it would be all different kind of lengths of the zigs and the zags. This is all going to be completely uniform there, but I'm going to put together a little recap. We can bring up our lights here and try to show you everything that we have left in really affordable rings here, like the Congolese stone. This was our 458. Little surprised that's still here, but maybe again, end of the day is here, so we've only got about 7 minutes. So we'll see if anything else catches your eye. We also have this really important tourmaline. That's our copper bearing. So one is copper for sure, one is not. The one on the right has more blues, but that's the one we're not sure if it's copper content because it's Congolese stone. And then you've got the one that is off to the left, which actually is copper content. So not to be confusing. There's the blue sapphire that was brought out by request. I have a beautiful Mandarin garnet in this designer bow ring. This is $9.99, which is a little bit striking. And by the way, these bands are only $3.99 a piece. The rose and the white are all that are left. We have one of each. And then there's the copper bearing Paraiba. There's the Congolese tourmaline, the blue greens. There's the Mandarin. There's our opal. $9.99 on the opal. And then we'll see if we can fit in a couple more items. I would love to just get those out the door as a kind of a round one, and then we can get into another recap for you. Still have those big earrings. Still have our two best Imperial topaz. The Myspinos are here as well. We have that incredible pear shape. I really would encourage you to think about these Myspinos. We have the pear shape, which was $29.99, as is the gent style, which has a lot of pink as well. And that's, again, could be gents or ladies, but that's also $29.99 with that concave style setting for the center and then a mirror finish of gold that goes around that oval. That is such a cool stone. Loving that one. So if we can help you with anything before we go, we're running out of time. We have about 6 minutes left in the show, and it is a big Saturday, but wrapping up. So let me know if there's anything you want to see again. Check on availability, make a request. I got to show you this big opal brooch. Yes, it's a brooch. It's going to be that beautiful style that's going to really be the entire wheel there. Look at that. That's an opal brooch. We brought this one down. It's one of our museum meltdown pieces. That's going to be $59.99. Last call on that one. Boulder opal out of Australia. It's almost a 10-carat stone. It's got diamond weight at almost 2 carats, and that's in two-tone 18-karat gold, $59.99. Call us on that one. Anything else? The Marilani mint garnet, that's still here. That pendant that I just had, $24.99. I would be really surprised if this lasts the show at $24.99 for a color changing garnet green to red. Green to red stones are what a lot of color changing stones do, but that's the Alexandrite color change. But to get it in a rare garnet is really, really rare. And then how about we do a little grand finale, which is this necklace that I have that is the bar style of diamonds. It is set up with a princess cut row. You get this solid channel that, of course, is bar set with that gold border around it. I don't know why it's sticking to my tweezers, but it's actually the gold bar that's going to completely border the diamonds here in their row. You get a diamond accent on one side. There's one, so it makes it interesting to have that one diamond bezel set on one side. It's a great look for everyday wear, but it's very modern. It's very sleek. I want to remind you, that's a necklace we've seen umpteen times. I've probably presented it 200 times on this show, but it's never, ever going to be lower than it is now. It's $9.99 to get that necklace, but listen to this. The diamond weight overall is 1.6 carats. All those diamonds are VS. The princess cuts are the ones you can do fun things with, like channel setting or invisible setting, and that's why we opted for that really sleek setting. If you are sick of jewelry that's snagging clothing, like a lot of us, if you love jewelry, you might like clothes too, right? And you don't want them fighting, you don't want them competing, and you definitely don't want one ruining the other, right? So this is with that sleek style. There's no prongs. It's easy to wear when it's wintertime coming, maybe eventually where it's one of those things where you're wearing more layers and scarves and coats and things, and the turtlenecks and the cowl necks, where you want to have a sleek, simple style, but with a lot of diamond pop. That's it right there. So that's 1 carat 06. And then you've got the 4-pointer, actually, so it's 110, because that's an additional carat weight on the round brilliant. So that's 110 total weight. We put the full adjustability on the necklace as well. So you get the 16, 17, and 18. And let me go ahead and show it to you from a distance away, so you can see what that's going to look like when that's on the neckline. So that's going to be another one of those that I would really highly recommend if you want something that you spend a little bit in today. You invest in a small amount like $9.99, and you've suddenly got your everyday wearable style, what I call the diamond bar, because it is. Now that's the bar that I want to frequent right there, the diamond bar. It's going to be, maybe that could be another, that could be a really cool venture, right? Can you imagine getting the girls together, going out for a girls' night out, you know, chic setting, great decor, dress up, shop for jewelry at the diamond bar. This is where it is. I mean, look at that, with that one diamond on the one side, that's going to be on the right side as you wear it. So that's my right side, even though it's my left. I do know my right and left, but things are backwards on TV. So back to the wheel we'll go. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the show. Yes?
Did you try the
Mandarin on the hand. You got it. Remember, this ring is $9.99. Yeah.
Also, the black opal designer brooch that looks like a wing, that one's sold, but you just flash it.
Oh, sure. Let me flash that for you. Yes, the designer brooch. Who got it, by the way? Oh, wonderful. Enjoy it. That's such a great value. This one, speaking of great values, 112-4238, because I know Craig was thinking about that one too. So Craig, I'm sorry, that piece sold, but here we go. That's the Mandarin piece for $9.99. Any gold you want. Let me go ahead and grab that brooch. We got to show that again. That designer, oh, that brooch is just, I'll never forget it. You know, there are certain pieces that just are, they're memorable. And obviously, if you own a piece, you have it to wear all the time. But this piece, from the length, the size, the design, I think it's so beautiful. It is spoken for. It's item number 112-4988 if you want to see the graphics with it. I will show it. I'm not sure if she saw it on the hand and all the distance, but it's over 3 inches in top to bottom length. It was 112-4988. Let me show it to you from this angle as well, so you can see that, because that is one that is one of the most talked about pieces of the show, and you can obviously wear it north to south, east to west, or at a diagonal. Totally up to you. It is a brooch, and that is going to be, yeah, it was 3 3¾ inches in top to bottom length for that Boulder Opal. So an incredible piece. Thank you so much. Let's go back to our wheel, take another look at what's left in our final 1 minute left of the show. And don't forget about the Mandarin with that bow design. I'm still a little amazed that at $9.99 you can get a carat 56 Mandarin, because this one was item number 112-4238. We can put it up there even if we are blocking some of the jewelry, just to make sure that that requester can see all the information if they missed it earlier. But it's a very important piece, and it's 112-4238. So that's the 156 Mandarin pair. It's got that beautiful 3-dimensional bow design, which is 61 points. You are going to choose your gold color there as well. And congratulations if you get the Mandarin Garnet. It is white, yellow, or rose. Then we still got the Tourmaline. Left side back is going to be the copper bearing. Right side rear is going to be the Congo. Then you've got the Sapphire in the front. That is the 120 Sapphire with 101 in diamonds. That one's only $19.99. And those band rings, once again, just the rose and the white gold remain. That's $3.99. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. I look forward to it. Lauren Blair signing off. Good night.